So, for instance, I don't want people knowing I'm studying. Why? Because it's just something that I think is private. And it's just a nonsense.
It's not a nonsense. It's for somebody that is their private business. Why do these people... Maybe there's something else that they don't need.
Well, then you didn't tell me the reason.
Well, again, but if for me, that's their private business. Maybe they feel like at that age they shouldn't be studying, or maybe they don't...
That's a nonsense. You should stop studying.
You don't... But this is the thing. You're just talking because you decided something is a nonsense.
Yeah, yes.
So then whatever they feel they're having, this doesn't matter.
To them, it matters.
Yeah, so then you can at least respect that feeling then. Even if you don't respect what the thing that they're talking about, you can still respect the feeling.
No, I can respect you. I don't have to respect your feelings. If your feeling is a nonsense, it's a nonsense. I don't have to respect it. It's like, what do I have to respect? I can respect the fact that you have that opinion, but I don't respect the opinion at all. And then I can respect you as well because I like you, I care for you, I want the best for you. But you're still, what you're telling me is a nonsense.
I think that's a very fine line to say that I don't respect what you're saying, I don't respect what your feelings, but I respect you. I think it's very...
I know if you beg it. Eloquently saying nothing, saying nothing. Yeah, ESN. Eloquently saying nothing, yeah, saying nothing. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, rodents and other small insects, welcome to the ESN podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, rodents and other small insects, welcome to the ESN podcast.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, rodents and other small insects. Welcome to the Eloquently Saying Nothing podcast. The time is 22:43. The date is Friday, the 28th of November. We are in One Stop Dreadlock Studios. I'm Stavros Boss.
I've ridiculed everyone on the roster. I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, I'd like to take this chance to apologize.
One.
To absolutely nobody.
Get down.
The double champ does what the he wants.
Paid the cost to be the boss. You can't handle the truth.
And you can catch me at Stavros Boss on most social medias in front of me.
At Big Wahala Insta, Big Wahala on Twitter, at Big Wahala on... is it at Big Wahala _Campbell on the TikTok?
I don't know what your TikTok
It's
is.
there anyway. No, there was nothing there anyway, but still. What's going on, people? I'm in the building.
Yes, we do not have...
Greetings in the name of His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie, Empress Mene, Mama.
Forever.
No Simple Simon this week. Well, not now anyways. He may pop up later. We'll see.
Wait for the wolf who should be coming directly.
You sending the wolf?
You feel better, motherfucker?
Shit, Negro. That's all you had to say.
I'm with the wolf.
I'm not happy with how I did that thing, but it's there. So every time I hear it, it annoys me.
I missed the wolf.
Yeah, that bit, it's like it should either be louder. I should have even slowed it down. I was just rushing to finish it. But no Mr. Wolf this episode. So that is one thing that annoys me every time I hear it. And then Simple Simon's one, I smile every time I hear it, even though I didn't make it.
Yeah, I don't think it needs the I'm with the wolf at the end. But that's me personally.
You just like doing whatever you like doing.
You just said yourself you don't like it. And now I agree with you. You upset me. I agree with you.
Yes, and look what he's saying. Nothing. And also, as it has come to pass for this past year now, we do not have
Spider sense tingling.
don't have our brother DJ Web Singer, that actor. Rest in peace. Always in our arts.
The brother's grim.
All right, so it's just us two for now. Wasn't the plan, but it is what it is. So what episode is this, my good man?
Oh, I don't know, I just remembered now. I definitely need to take the stuff to where I need to take the stuff to. The episode is... Do you know the episode?
No.
Okay.
That is one thing I don't bother myself about.
Never do I.
Because it's somebody else's job.
It is episode 540.
In your blood clot. You are very welcome. Thank you for joining us. Hashtag ESN Pod to start joining the conversation at ESN Podcast on all the socials. ESN Podcast at gmail.com.
I feel like the 500s are going slow, man. I don't know why.
Well, we're on 540.
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
40 weeks, but I know. It just seems like it's going slow. I don't know. I feel like it's going slow.
I guess so.
Well, we'll get there eventually. We'll get to 600 or something.
Before I forget this episode, I would like to shout out Wiley from the Empty Podcast.
Empty Podcast.
Wiley Cat, sorry. DJ Wiley Cat.
DJ Wiley Cat.
Because all week he's been sending stuff and trying to assist me. You know, it's I think he's listened to a couple of episodes like, oh, you guys are good. And he's trying to help out. I'm like, bruv, speak to Muswolf. Don't speak to me. Don't look at me
like I own this podcast anything.
I'm
because
like,
I don't.
Bruv, all the stuff you're doing now, I did this over 10 years ago. I like your hustle, I like your fight, but I've lost that fight. You're doing it and you're trying to drag me into the ring with you. It's like, bruv, this tag team is... But it's nice when somebody's like excited on your behalf and it's like, you could be doing this. You could be... I know.
Would you ever feel like, let's say you saw somebody like that, like Wiley is doing with his podcast and the promotion and stuff he's doing. Would you ever sometimes feel to yourself, oh, I wish he was on my team and like you could do the podcast with him or something like that? Has anybody ever enticed you into thinking, well, he did one with Mo, I suppose. So he really done one outside. I wonder if the man wanted money from that. I think you would ask them.
Yes, you know, I wanted to play the voice note from Griff, but I'll wait till they come. But obviously it's
I've heard it already. But
everybody's heard it now.
No, I deleted it. They might get off the.
Oh, you deleted it?
Yeah,
I didn't even know
because you said you wanted to play it, so I deleted it.
Okay. Yeah, shout out Griff.
I didn't know he sent it to you. If I know that you,
I know that many things he sends to both of us.
Okay.
Yeah, so not many, but I know. Sometimes I can gather when this is not a one person message. He's linked us together. And he sent it to both of us.
Well, his wording is some of it made me feel like maybe he could have said after you told me he got it. Okay, so I was like, okay, I get now. He probably did send it to both of us because he was talking not to me directly, but to the podcast. But yeah, so do you ever feel like that's like because you see somebody with that much vim that they want to do, and you could potentially, if you did work with that person, it might be a different dynamic, and you might actually get somewhere in other places.
No, I don't. No.
Okay,
no.
Cool.
I have no issue working with other people doing things. Like he said, oh, you would like to have me back. Apparently, there's. I don't know. In fact, let me not bait. I'm actually gonna edit that bit. I just realized that's his business. So I would have deleted or bleeped everything that just happened.
So don't waste my time talking about this.
One of the two. I've stopped knowing it. Good grief. So hopefully, anyways, early on in the pod, I should be able to find it. Anyway, but in fact, let me tag it. To make my life easy.
Okay.
Go on.
Shout out to Wiley Cat anyway from the Empty Podcast. Shout out all the rest of them and them from the Empty Podcast. Unfortunately, we only got to see Wiley and Tongo. But maybe another time we see the rest of the cast at some point. You never know.
Yeah, hopefully we'll come back on. I think I would really enjoy going on a bunch of other podcasts. I would love to do a podcast tour.
Yeah, to be honest, I wouldn't mind doing it either because it's as much as you obviously I don't mind doing our podcast and I like doing our podcast. You kind of already know the answers you're gonna get from the people because you know the people so well. So when you go to other people's podcasts and you don't really know them, especially if you don't even know who they are, like you just go on the podcast and you don't know the person at all. So you're just having a conversation with a blatant stranger and you're not too sure what response you're going to get from what you hear. I do find it quite entertaining at times.
I'm not fussy whether I know them or don't know them. It's just, I like conversing.
You like to talk a lot.
So I like conversing. I like debating.
A lot.
I don't think I'm good at small talk, though. So it's not just, the weather's nice.
Well, small talk, yeah, I don't know.
Oh, what is small talk anyways?
I don't know, but I'm not good at small talk. So if you're talking about stuff like where you're just randomly just saying stuff for the sake of saying things, I am not good at that. I find it very difficult. I find it almost like I won't say I'm shy with it, but I'm just like I don't have anything to say to you. So unless you say something to me that is meaningful, I don't care about this conversation. So I'm not going to have it. Basically, that thing.
That's why I get. bit deep conversations with you. Every time I sit down and talk to you, it always gets a bit deep, innit? I'm like, yeah, because I can't. I'm not a light talker.
Yeah.
Even my light talking stuff is not. It's stuff about like nice things or whatever. It's deep doesn't necessarily mean negative. It just means that this conversation is not at surface level. I'm like, because I'm not good at surface level stuff.
I think I'm more when it comes to my type of small talk, it's mostly something to do with sport related. That's when I do my small talk or whatever type of talk you want to call. Because it's easy, you just talk about. Somebody would say something like, if I go to my gym at work, they will know I support Arsenal because I wear my Arsenal top at the gym. So they'll be like, oh, your game's going to happen right last weekend. I'll be like, yeah, it was good, isn't it? Blah, blah, blah. Hopefully we won't be facing one of their teams. I'll see you lot on the weekend. Like, that type of small talk I can get.
I don't like talking football with people outside my crew.
Why?
Because
you don't know enough about it.
Yeah.
Well, it's for them, again, it's small talk, innit? So the people I'm talking to, they're not necessarily the biggest football fans, but they know I support this team. So they kind of have a gathering of what's happening around.
If somebody mentions football, they're going to know more than me.
That's true.
And then I realize, how can I put this without sounding facetious? I know enough to know that I can hold a conversation with people. But so when I'm talking football with somebody, like a parent at school, because I'll be wearing my Arsenal top, or especially when you're on holiday, because I wear a lot of Arsenal.
I don't do that anymore.
Arsenal tops. Well, I'm getting to the point. But the thing is, with Arsenal tops, or I'm assuming football jerseys in general, they're very good in terms of they don't need to be ironed, and you can take them out the suitcase and fling them on. That's what I started doing. I'm a seasoned traveller. When I knew this is what you wear when you're on the plane. You need something with pockets. You need something that can be light, that you can take on and off easy in case, because the plane temperature can fluctuate quite a bit. Stuff for your feet, something you can put on easy, because I like taking my shoes off on the thingy. But then when I'm going to the toilet, I'm not a savage that's going on in my socks, because there's people that do it. You would do it.
I can't be bothered to put on my shoe.
You would go into a public toilet in socks. Because that's what it is.
If I cannot be bothered to put on my shoe, I usually put on my shoe, but if I cannot be bothered to put on my shoe, I'll go myself.
Mommy and daddy, we didn't train this one very well.
It's not getting dashed. It's not like you're not going to get dashed.
Anyways, well, I don't dash my things. This thing just looks so low. But it's I know it's kosher, but it just looks so low. Yeah, so anyway, stuff like that. And yeah, so Arsenal tops are just good. And they're light. They don't take up a lot of space in the suitcase.
It encourages too much conversation, and I just don't want to have that conversation, especially with English people.
Yeah, it's just whoever. And then you end up, if you're in Brazil, you're in Cuba, you're in Nigeria, people, they're football crazy. So they're, football. Then they realize you're not from around there. They can see it. They can smell it on you. They see the way you walk. And then so now there's an excuse to talk to you.
Yeah, and I just don't want that to happen.
So yeah,
I try to avoid as many excuses to talk to people on holiday as possible.
Wow, are you sure? I thought you liked talking to people on holiday.
You told you that.
In terms of because how do you know about the local stuff and the things about talking to people?
I researched it before I go.
I
do a lot of research. When I go on holiday on my own, and even when I go with my wife, I do a lot of research about the place that I'm going to. So then I'll see, what the good spots to go to, this, that, other. And if I do want to do this, especially if I'm with my wife, I let her do it, or let her find and talk to people, because she will just talk to them. And when she's getting to know them, I will just, when I'm ready, I'll involve myself in the conversation to ask what I want to ask, and then back out again. But like last time we went to Antigua, she started talking. You see the same person all the time. I never said nothing to them, and then the two wives decided they wanted to start talking to each other. So then it eventually became like a couples where we was chatting to each other, and then another couple came later as well, and they was chatting to them as well. So yeah, it's American couples. So eventually, my wife will end up making me talk to somebody. In fact, the last couple of holidays we went to, we met some couples, and we started chatting to them. But me personally, I'm just there. The woman was going, Mr. London. That's what she used to call me, Mr. London. Mr. London, don't talk. I was like, no. I don't. If I got nothing to say, I'm not talking. Why am I talking to people for? But yeah, man, he was making me laugh. The husband there was, and she must have bought bare of these matching bathing suits and stuff. And they have like pictures of her face on these bathing suits. I don't know, is that what you're doing? Oh, it's her, man.
Would that bother you?
What, if my wife got baby suits with her face on it?
Yeah.
Yes, what do you do that nonsense for?
Why is it nonsense?
I've got my own pant. I don't need to buy me pant in the first place.
Many people.
Let alone, you're going to put your face on my pant. What for?
Because she loves you.
Then put your own face on your own pant. Or put my face on your pant if you want.
So her face was on his boxers,
basically, or his swimming trunks or whatever.
sorry.
And I think his one was on her bathing suit. It was cute, but I don't do cute, so.
You can't feel space.
Pardon?
You can't feel space while I'm having a drink.
I don't know what you did. I was talking to you.
I'm right in front of you, man.
There's only two people. You can't just be there. I can't really talk to myself. It's unnecessary. I just told you I don't talk for no reason. And you want me to start talking to myself.
Every week you talk for no reason.
I talk for
you ain't making no money.
It's making me. It's giving me expert skills in communication.
Anyway, okay. So reversing the question, do you ever think, this person is doing the thing? I wish they would have come on the pod, or I wish I would have done a pod with them.
Not really, no. But I don't do enough. I don't have the same conversations that you have. That's what I'm saying. People tend to reach out to you for pod stuff. They don't really reach out for me for pod stuff the same way they would with you. So that's why I don't really have that.
Do I have that many?
Well, in the past, most of the time, if there's anything pod related that somebody's reached out for, it tends to be with you because.
Yeah, it would be me because it would have been me that brought them on the pod, so it's me that they've spoken to. It's not like you're the guy. It's just you're the guy I've been speaking to.
It would be interesting to do a podcast with a woman, the same way like you did with Mo, and see how that goes.
Me and Mo. Mo, shout out if you're listening. I haven't spoken to Mo in ages, man.
Yeah,
I just remember talking to Mo, being beside my wife, and then I'd come off the phone, and she's like, "Why is it like she's your wife, not me?" Like you argue with her like she's your wife. I'm like, I don't know why. That relationship is very interesting.
With a patient way of speaking, she's very patient.
I haven't argued with anyone else other than you more than with Mo in like the last 10 years or through that period where me and her were talking regularly. There's nobody even close. That's when you realize I don't argue with people in general. So as much as you might think I'm a problematic guy or whatever it is, I don't actually argue with people. But Mo, we just
most of the time they just lock you off, and now she seems like she's done the same.
Wow.
Good on her.
No, she reached out the other day, I think.
Did she? Hold on, Mo, man.
Was it me or her that reached out?
I don't know why maybe she does not pod in anymore in life, that she hasn't come on the pod for a while.
Yeah, she hunkered down doing some work. Okay, let's see.
Rich Mo, as I like to call her.
Okay.
Even though she used to tell me don't let me call her Rich.
Why are you calling her Rich Mo?
Because I just call her Rich Mo. I forgot why. I just decided that she had money. so we was just calling her Rich Mo. She's like, I'm not rich. She's like, you are.
And she reached out after.
She's cussing you about something, isn't it? Easy.
It was to say
we were correcting us about something.
A certain episode was a tough listen. They weren't the only one to mention that week. We had a few people say that episode was a rough one. We had guests on. I'm not going to go any further than that. I'm not going to go any further than that. If you think about it, you'll remember because you also had your own people. I don't know who. I think we all came to the middle of the group where it's like a couple of we had some feedback on that episode. It's the most feedback we've ever had on that episode.
Yeah, it was ages ago then, isn't it? What you talking about? It happened last. Like she messaged you last week.
I didn't know. I didn't say that.
You said not long ago.
It's this year.
That's still not long ago for me. Is within a couple of weeks. This would have been a couple of months.
I don't know when I said that she had messaged me, but it's Mo and I don't message each other as regularly as we used to.
Okay,
but it was one of those relationships that was, I guess, based around podding. So in terms of her coming on mine, me going on hers, swapping advice, and then doing a podcast together, and then once she stopped podding, and I know she just was about some business. She was just like, I don't know what it was or what she was doing, but she was just about that. And then that was that. I think she was studying. I think.
Well, you don't have to talk about our business out here, man. I'm just saying it.
No, just studying and working hard is not putting people's business out there.
Business, you don't mind our business.
Yeah, but this is the point actually, because then Mo is the type of person that will tell me off as well. Like, why are you telling people I'm studying? I'm like, is that something that?
Yes, because it's our business, not your business to be telling people.
I'm not even, and to be honest, I can't even remember. Maybe she wasn't even studying. I don't.
See, that's their point. Yes, you are the worst person for that type of stuff anyway. Because you're probably one of those people that if I don't think there's anything wrong with it, then as far as I can say, why would anyone else think there's anything wrong with it? You don't think in the other. You do not think in the other person's body.
No, I don't respect what your thoughts.
No, you don't think about it in the first place.
No, so there are times where it's like I think about it, and I don't respect their opinion. So, so for instance,
don't respect.
No, you don't want people to know you're studying. And then if I sit there and I ask you, because maybe you're right, okay. I think it's 50-50. So there'll be times where I don't consider, I didn't think of that. But that will only be the times when it's something that's valid. Most times or half the time, it would have been on the side note, I'm thinking, okay, and I'm talking, and then somebody says, I had a problem with this. I thought, what happened? And then the reason you give me is a nonsense. So I don't respect it. So I get what you're saying. So for instance, I don't want people knowing I'm studying. Why? Because it's just something that I think is private. And it's just a nonsense then.
It's not a nonsense. It's for somebody that is their private business. Why do these people... Maybe there's something else that they don't need...
Well, then you didn't tell me the reason.
Well, again, but if for me, that's their private business. Maybe they feel like at that age they shouldn't be studying, or maybe they don't...
That's a nonsense. You should stop studying.
You don't... But this is the thing. You're just talking because you decided something because of nonsense.
Yeah, yes.
So then whatever they feel they're having just doesn't matter.
To them it matters.
Yeah, so then you can at least respect that feeling then. Even if you don't respect what the thing that they're talking about, you can still respect the feeling.
No, I can respect you. I don't have to respect your feelings. If your feeling is a nonsense, it's a nonsense. I don't have to respect it. It's like, what do I have to respect? I can respect the fact that you have that opinion, but I don't respect the opinion at all. And then I can respect you as well because I like you, I care for you, I want the best for you. But you're still, what you're telling me is a nonsense.
I think that's a very fine line to say that I don't respect what you're saying, I don't respect what your feelings, but I respect you. I think it's very...
I don't. But anyway, okay, no, let that be a topic because it's important because there are too many people that think like that, and I think that's just corrupting friendships or relationships because you're worried about somebody. Because then what you're saying is that if you don't think what I'm saying is right all the time, because that's what it comes down to. Because the reason I don't respect it is because I think you're wrong. So I have to think everything you're saying is right. It's like, no, you don't have to think it's right, but you can respect it. How can I respect something that's wrong? Maybe you're doing loop-de-loop in your own head, like trying to figure out how to do that mathematics. But if I think something is wrong, I don't respect it. I can still respect you as a person.
But I was saying that I said I separated them. So I said you can think that the thing is wrong. I get that, and you might not respect that opinion. But then you said you don't even respect their feelings, and that's when I said, oh. Because again, if something...
Did I say that? No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
No, I said I can respect the fact that you feel that, and I can respect.
No, you said that you don't respect their feelings. You said it. Then that's why I went,
if your feeling is that it's private, then that's what I'm talking about. As in what you think is the case. So forget feelings and turn it into what you think. You think that this is. You think so. If you think that something that's black is brown, and I should respect your opinion. No, I don't respect your opinion. The opinion is wrong.
The opinion thing I completely understand. It's the feelings thing that what I was questioning. But if you're saying that's not what you're saying now, then don't worry about it.
Okay, well, even let's go back to the original thing then, and let me dwell on it so I make sure that I don't put because if it was just the black and the brown thing, I would say I don't even respect your feeling. That is because you need to just be right. You just need to be right. For me to respect it, for me, I don't see the issue because.
Okay, so let's say that somebody's wrong, yeah.
All right.
But the method how they got to being wrong, they don't know they're wrong, but they've given you a step-by-step explanation as to where they've got to the place that they've got to, but they're still wrong.
Okay.
I know you might not. You obviously still they're supposed to be right. Do you not even respect the fact how they got there? What? Even if they've gone out found all of this research and blah, thought that they've just they've just went one little avenue wrong, which is taking them to the wrong place. But they've taken the time to go and research all of this stuff, and just by accident maybe they typed in the wrong thing into a search engine or something, and it's giving them the wrong answer. Do you not respect that at all, or I don't know?
A feeling of deep admiration for someone or something elicited by their abilities, qualities, or achievements. Due regard for feelings, wishes, rights of others. That's the noun. Verb admire or have due regard for. So have a regard for someone's feelings, wishes, or rights. So in that respect, if we're going based on that second definition, that like I have a care about what you're thinking. then yes, I respect it. So I want to change the word because I want it to be known that I don't put any credence in what you're saying. So we're stuck on this word respect, and it's like, because I care about you, then I care about your feelings, and that's what it's saying. So fair enough. But I have no credence in what you're saying. So yeah, you've gone around this, you've tried, you've studied, you've gone down this road, and you're wrong. And for me, the end product is you're wrong. So that's then you're wrong. I don't hold any credence in your outcome, and I don't see why people feel is. There are some people. It's like I couldn't be friends with somebody like that. I couldn't hang around with somebody like that. People like that are bad man, or they're always trying to bring me down, or because it always goes down. It goes so far left. I'm like, so because somebody is not always agreeing with you, or because let's say some people. No, I don't have to be around people that always agree with me. But I don't want people to be telling me I'm wrong all the time, or to tell me that they don't respect the opinion I'm giving them when I'm wrong. I was like, but so you later on you find out you're wrong. Like, yeah. So what do you want them to respect it for? Like, what do you want?
But you don't have to tell them you don't respect it. You could just tell them simply, it's the wording that you're using.
I wouldn't say, I'm not going around telling people I don't respect it. I'm talking to you.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Well, the person, but you're mentioning it now that the person is annoyed that you don't respect them. You just don't respect the thing that they're saying. You said the word respect. So I'm going off what you're talking about now as your example.
Yeah, but I was talking to you. I wasn't talking to them. We were talking about more potentially.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the example you're just giving now about why people will get annoyed that you're not respect their. Okay, you don't.
I will tell you you're wrong when you're wrong. Okay. It's just simple. That's ultimately what it comes down to.
I don't have a problem with telling people that.
Well, that's what it comes down to.
I do
when I think you're wrong.
Yes.
Because that's now where subjectivity comes in, where you might have the issue, which would be, so somebody's saying that this is private to them. Who are you, Stavros, to say you don't respect their feelings or think their feelings are wrong? That's when I step outside my body and look at it, I'll be like, I understand that completely. I get it.
I find it very difficult at times when to have conversations with people that are wrong when you're supposed to take their side. I think that's one of the worst things you can do. When people will come to you assuming that you're going to take their side just off the strength, and they're wrong. Where you just be like, well, you're wrong though. As much as I might, even if I don't like the other person on the other side of it, you're still wrong. Mm. So I just sometimes I find it I find it difficult to just navigate that type of thing.
Does that happen often?
Sometimes.
Because I know it happens. It doesn't happen often enough for me to like. I hate when it happens because it's like it don't happen that often. No, and then even then, it's like I'll be thinking it would be a family thing or something, and then I'm quite happy to tell whoever it is you're wrong.
Yeah, I'm happy to say it's just like sometimes you're just like I don't want to, because the other person sometimes takes it to heart that you're again taking the other person's side, because at that moment in time maybe they're angry.
You're not taking anybody's
but that's
side.
How they see it though, because you're angry and they tell you something. They tell you that this person is wrong or they've wronged them or this that other, and you're like, well, no, they haven't actually. You're in the wrong here, and that person would then take it as the heart. Oh, you're taking that person's side. At times it happens. It happens quite often.
Yeah, but you're not taking anybody's side.
But that's not how they see it.
Yeah, but again, we're going back to my point again. You give me a scenario, and I think a scenario is this, or I think it's that, and you're asking me, is it this or that? And I say it's this. So it doesn't matter what the other person thinks. It's nothing to do with them. You're just asking me what I think. This is this. Again, I'm not taking anybody's side.
They linked it to that other person's side, but anyway, it's here or there. But
no, because I think this more likely probably will happen with my wife. Usually I'll nominate myself to jump in if I hear her talking on a work call or something like that. And I'll tell her that, like, what was it the other day she did? She did something, and I was telling her that's wrong. Like, don't do that again. Like, and yeah, I'm disappointed. I don't like. I'll emotionally blackmail her as well. Whatever I have to do, because it's like I don't want to be married to somebody that's going to do
this.
Something.
Man is gaslighting.
That's not even gaslighting.
I don't know which one is gaslighting again. Emotional blackmail. Then that's still something that they'll say. If you went to therapy, okay, you finish what you're saying.
Yeah, I want a righteous wife. I want a righteous house. I'm teaching my kids the righteous things, and they may not get it yet, but at some point, hopefully, inshallah, they'll understand that, what my dad was doing is because he wanted righteous children, and I want a righteous wife. I believe I'm a righteous man, or at least I'm trying to be. So then, when my wife is doing something that I feel is going down the wrong path, I have to pull her up on it.
Okay.
Who else is going to pull her up on it except me?
If you went to couples therapy, do you think that? How do you think that would go? Do you think that the therapist would say that you're a problem, or do you think they would say that you're a positive?
They would have issues with the way I say and do things, but they'd be wrong. They'd have a lot of
Stavros, mate.
I think they would say, like, intentions are good, your thoughts are good, I believe you're trying to do good, but the way you say, the way you do, the way you act needs to be improved. That's how I feel.
That's how you'd feel.
Yeah.
And you would tell them no.
Whereas I think with my wife, it'd actually be the other way around. I'd be like, you're chatting rubbish, man.
Would be that way around. What do you mean?
That she will say the right things, but for the wrong reasons. So it's like what I'm saying, you're pulling you up on doing certain things. My wife is not as righteous as me. So if I'm going into any type of therapy where I'm having a discussion with somebody about somebody, when you look, if you're a therapist and you're looking into the person's heart, you'll be like, well, the person's heart is pure. Their intentions are pure. But what you're saying, how you're doing it, it's not good. I know that's what's going to come.
I think
you can't. I'm trying to help this person. I'm trying to do the best for them, and telling them, yeah, fix up. You're an idiot or something like that. Or I don't know how.
But your intentions never match your words at times, and that's the problem.
They do. It's just
no, they don't. The other person that's receiving it, they don't.
So
if you're saying something that this is what I'm saying. If you are trying to push on it, I don't want to use the word agenda because that's the incorrect word. But if you want to push a feeling or something that you really are passionate about to this particular person, and you think that is righteous for this person or whatever it is for this person, and you're doing it with the good intention, then when you're down saying it in bad ways, and you
said it's bad,
but the other person is receiving, and this is the thing that annoys me with you sometimes. You know that the other person is most likely going to receive it badly. You know that because because you say you know people. So if you're not delivering it in the way that you care about, because that's all you care about, how you care about it. Not the other way around.
It's not. That's not how it works. I don't look at it the way you look at it.
Then the person then this is the problem. The other person on the other end does not always know your intention, because what you're doing to them is being mean. So what's your intention? But to be mean.
Like I said, it's not often actually. I have this problem with people. Is the person the lady we spoke about earlier is the last person, as you said, it's a long time I spoke to her. That's the one where
I think people don't tell you.
Maybe.
I think a lot of people don't tell you a lot of stuff because they
Can you stop thinking? If nobody told you, then stop just thinking this.
Okay, I'm just saying. We're having a podcast where I should be able to talk in it. I think that people don't tell you stuff, not necessarily in the case of to hide your feelings or whatever, or to not hurt your feelings, but sometimes because they're gonna have to then talk about it. And that you want to leave it alone, so maybe they just won't say it. Because what I've realized is people don't want to be wrong, and so when you explain to them they're wrong, they don't want to have that discussion. Okay. So I would agree with you. There are people where it's like, oh, this person's going to tell me I'm wrong. They're going to explain it to me I'm wrong. They're going to get a piece of paper and write it down up to the point where it's like I can no longer deny I'm wrong. So I don't even go down that road in the first place, because I'd rather continue just being wrong but believing I'm right. Because people spend too much time believing they're right instead of being right. I don't think that's
for me. Well, that's what I think. That is what I think.
I think you're thinking a different way as to why they just don't want to have that conversation with you.
Well, these imaginary people that you're talking about, you're just making. You're adding, this is why I don't like it when you start saying stuff like that, because you'll say, I think this narrative of this imaginary person, and I was, is it a real person? It's either I'm not going to tell you, or it's just what I think, and then you're going to add on top and top and top. I'm like, so how many buildings have you got on this imaginary person that doesn't exist? Okay, it's like leave it, calm down, like
imaginary place, baby. I think that you do that as well. Everyone does it.
Do what? Well, I don't want to talk to somebody because
you say that you think this about somebody, and then you haven't necessarily got 100% of somebody to back it up to say this is the thing. But if this is what you see, or this is your perception of that person,
but then
you say
that's the point. You've said the first thing, then I say okay, yeah. People might not challenge me because I think I'm going to pull them up on it. And you'd be like, no, that's not the reason. So it's just like...
I don't think that's because you were so adamant that it was the reason. I'm just like, they might just not want to have that conversation because of the fact that, again, you talk so much. You try, and you're a debate bully.
Because I'm better than you.
You see? And that's why people don't want to have these discussions.
In fact, to be honest, I'm not better than most. I'm better than some people. It's not even that. It's just I'll be right. Because what I found, which is what I said on the podcast, the MT podcast the other day, I happily say when I'm wrong, and for some reason, it goes in one person's ear and out the other. It doesn't resonate when I say, you know what, you're right, I'm wrong. It's like people are not happy just to hear that. They want to just fight on the thing where I said I'm right and you're wrong.
They might not believe you.
They're stuck on that. Why?
Because you're so narcissistic in the way that you say that you're right. So then they just think that maybe you're just taking a piss at them when you're saying, I'm right. I'm right.
Again, here we go now.
You're right.
No.
Or maybe you're too quick in saying that you're right to the point where the person's like, nah, he doesn't really believe he's right. I mean, he's wrong.
Then you're calling me a liar. Innit? We come to it.
You are the only one that believes that you are not a liar. Everyone else in the world will automatically see a human being and believe there's lies
not
there.
Not everybody necessarily. Okay. There are people that actually care for me that actually think that. Go on, speak to my wife.
Okay.
Jeez, man. It's you. You're the one that actually thinks that. There are some people that think, there are some people in the world that are honest.
I never said that you're not honest. I just think that not necessarily everyone's going to think that you never lie, you're never going to lie, or you this, that.
I still keep looking at people like, what reason are you lying for?
Okay.
As a big person in life.
But you still lie.
I've told you the last time I lied. So
do you lie on paperwork?
On paperwork?
Like any type of contractual or something that's contractual or paperwork or this, that, where you say you do this, but you don't do it.
I don't know. The
answer is probably going to be yes somewhere.
Those things that you accept, but then like where you scroll down and accept, like you're not going to use this program for such and such illicit purposes, like something like that. You can't. You're not going to pirate this. Do you accept
original pirate
to use this software? If you want to count stuff like that, then by all means, I'm not counting stuff like that.
No, you wouldn't.
Because I haven't even read it.
You just lie.
You could say you will do cartwheels for the next week. Once you press accept to this figure, yes, I would have pressed accept.
I'm sure that you lie on the paperwork stuff, man. If it's not insurance things, it'll be other things. But anyway, that's it out there. But then that's life, isn't it? People, as I say, there's times in your life where you will lie.
Anyways, people ultimately, I say that to say this: let people have a difference of opinion. Let people call you out on things without thinking that they have the worst intentions.
I think that's a good thing to do. I would actually love to see you go to a couples therapy thing to see what happens if you went on.
With who? My wife or with you?
Your wife, innit?
Probably I need it more with you, mate.
Well, no, I don't care about that. Our relationship doesn't have to be changed. We're all right how we are now.
So does my relationship have to be changed?
No, but the fact that you said that you was the wedding of you saying that you emotionally blackmail your wife. That's why I even mentioned it, just to see whether or not they will pick that things up or is this a thing that they will discuss about or blah blah blah. Because I'm not really thought about all of that. I wouldn't have put that in your arsenal.
Yeah, but
that you knowingly put it in your arsenal. Yeah. I would have thought that you would have done it without knowing that you're doing it, but not that you know that you're doing it.
No. My wife doesn't listen to me when I tell her something straight. So you have to do something. You have to do stuff to
conniving stuff.
Sorry?
Conniving.
No, I'll be telling her I'm doing it. Okay. I'll tell you. But this is the only thing that this is the only way you're gonna actually do stuff. So let's say you do this wrong, and I'll be like, instead of saying, I think you should do. I think you should do it the other way, which is a nonsense I want to do anyways. So then you got somewhere in the middle, like a normal me. It's just like, that's wrong. Do it the other way. But I know my wife. I cannot tell you go left and you got to go left. My wife is going to go right. So I have to do something where it's just like, do you know all the people you've hurt to do that? Do you know how bad it is to do what you've done? Do you know about this and that? Do you know about that? For me, that's emotional blackmail. It's not. I can't just tell you you're wrong and you just sit there and be like, yeah, my husband's telling me something. He's got a point. No, I'm gonna have to make you really sit there and feel like, oh, wow, is man trying to make me feel bad? I'll be like, yes, I'm trying to make you feel bad. So that's the only way. You will not do something because I'm asking you to do it. You will do something because it resonates to you. So I have to make it important to you.
Okay, I see what you mean. Okay, so if you had to then, not couples now. If you had to go to a therapy for your friends, and you had to pick one friend that you into therapy with, who would you pick?
You.
I'm not your friend, I'm your brother.
Who would I go to therapy with? It would have been Webbs at the time.
Your Webbs. Okay, interesting.
Maybe Mo. It has to be somebody I got beef with. Mo's the person that...
Why does it have to be a beef thing? Why can't you just go with somebody that you...
Sorry, beef is the wrong term. I don't have beef with Mo, but somebody that is more of a cantankerous relationship. Because my relationship's all cool. Contrary to belief or what it might sound like on the pod, I don't actually have any issues with my people. I would find it
very interesting if they had an open conversation, how everyone would see, if they had that type of conversation with a therapist, how everyone's friends will convey how they feel about their friend. And everyone in that conversation is not going to have any feelings after, like bad feeling or whatever.
I feel, because of how honest I am, I feel, especially the people that are close to me, will tell me the things they don't like about me. So it's not that I haven't heard from someone like a Liz or RK1, they will tell me, I don't like this part of you, or I don't like that part of you. Like with Liz, there's one time when it was a rough thing for her, and she had to call me and say, I want to talk to you, but I can't have that stuff. So you have to switch that, like that blunt stuff. And this is the reason that me and Liz is so close, is because I said, you and my wife are the two people in my life, really, my one of my best friends and my wife are the two people in my life I don't think before I talk. And I said, that is the reason I'm close to you, because I feel at peace with you. So even then, so when that actually happened, this is 2-3 years ago, I said that changed our relationship, because now it's just gone down to my wife. My wife is now the last person I can talk to without thinking, because you made me have to think before I spoke to you. And yeah, you needed advice. You needed you're a bit delicate, so you needed a shoulder to cry.
So you don't think before you speak to your wife?
Not in it's as a figure of speech. I'm saying it.
Okay.
In terms of, I don't censor myself when I'm talking to my wife. So this thing about emotional blackmail, I'll do the emotional blackmail and tell you I'm emotionally blackmailing you. Is kind of thing.
You sound like Joe Budden.
I will. No, Joe Budden is somebody that if I was a demon, if I'd gone down the Yoruba demon route, I would have been like him, because I know it's something I can do. And if you don't know what Joe Budden is a manipulator blatantly, and you can see it in his relationships. He's the type of person that'll be he'll walk into a place with his woman, and they'll walk out. She's screaming and shouting, and it looks like he's just there like, all I did was talk. I didn't say anything. And if you just almost like if you read what the conversation, you'd be like, did he actually do anything wrong? But he's doing so much wrong. You can see it in him. He's so what's it? He's the gaslighter. So gaslighter back again is making somebody think something is happening or is not happening when it is happening or isn't happening. Like you're making them believe something that is not true because of something. And that's what Joe Budden is.
Yeah, Joe Budden is bad. When you have these scenario questions on Joe Budden podcast and he answers, everyone's looking at him like, only you can answer it that way. How do you see the thing in that way? But it's not even that. I just, from the little I know of him and from his actual raps. So this is when he's coming out and saying it with his own mouth, because he talks about his relationship a lot in his music. And I'm like, bruv, you're a gaslighter. So in terms of that, yeah. So with my wife, she's the person that I'm the most free talking to. Okay.
It's a wonderful thing being free to talk to my missus.
I think the best person to have a conversation, I would like to see you in therapy with, it will probably be Mr. Wolf.
Why? I
just think it'll be an interesting conversation. I don't think you're going to learn anything out of this world or stuff that you don't know about. But I just think the conversation that the therapist might have might be interesting to see how the two different personalities merge together. I think it'll be interesting.
Put it this way. So people that have been listening to us for a long time, and even those of you that will know us from outside the pod, can probably imagine what that type of therapy session would be with me and Mr. Wolf. I reckon it would be like that with me and most people I know, in terms of if the issues are there, because that's what I'm dealing with. If it's just therapy, we're just sitting there talking, and it's just a podcast, isn't it, basically. For me, it's like we have to solve something, we have to deal with stuff, we have to unravel things and whatever. It's going to be the same with me. I'm trying to think with everybody. It's like they will have the issue and I'm not going to have the issue. I'm not having it. So it's like, do you have an issue with this person? I'll be like, no.
You have issues with your friends sometimes, though.
But
in fact, you have more issues with your friends that way around.
I tell them. No friend of mine or no person is not going to know what issue I have with them. I'm going to tell them to their face. This is the point. You are not going to be confused with, I think, does he? This is where the problem starts. No, this is where the problem starts with some people, where it's now you start thinking stuff that is not necessarily the case. And I'm like, but I told you, you don't have to start second guessing and thinking. I've told you this is what I don't like, and then you bring this next thing to the table. I'm like, bro, where did this come from? That's where the problems come, where people start making up things. So that's where I'll be like, yes, I don't like that. So I'll sit there, and at the time, Stavros, blah 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 blah, person X, yada yada yada, talk, and I'll be like, I got no issue with them. Then Mr. X, Mrs. X will say, it's this and that. I'll be like, what? Yeah, I understand this bit you don't like, and that bit you don't like. Where did that one come from? Yeah, I just think that you do this to spite me or something like that. And that's when I'll go off. Yeah, now I have a problem with you. because
and that's why the therapist.
I thought you were a sensible somebody. I didn't realize I was hanging around with an idiot.
And then, you see the wording that you've used, and then that's what the therapist be like. Why Stavros are you calling your friend an idiot?
Because I don't.
Why could you just say that you didn't like what happened? Why did you have to call him an idiot? There's no reason for that type of where I'm going to my therapist.
Sorry, I should let you finish therapist.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm done now.
Yeah, because it's idiotic what they're saying.
Okay. So do you think I'm also an idiot for asking the question?
No, you asking questions is good.
Okay, thank you.
You don't know me.
If
I start coming every week, me and you are friends and hanging out, and you start thinking nonsense.
End up talking to the therapist, probably end up calling them. They will go. You could be going out with them. That they would be a woman therapist, even worse.
What about you?
If I had to do a therapy session with someone,
yes.
Again, it's just friend, yeah?
Yes.
I don't know, you know. Maybe Simple Simon.
For what reason?
I don't know. There's some stuff that maybe is in his head that I don't know about. I know a lot of stuff that's in his head, and I think we know each other very, very well. I think we actually open up to each other probably more than most people that in our lives. But I don't know, maybe there's stuff. I've got unresolved stuff with him that I think that is, again, I might be putting it on him. That I feel like I've done badly in our friendship at times, and it's as much as I feel like I don't think he's held in it against me in any way, shape, or form. It's still something that maybe we could, maybe I could work out my own demons on that.
People have done bad because we look at it different. For me, I was looking at it like them having an issue with me, and you're looking at it like you've got an issue with yourself. I've walked into the room where it's like I'm a clean slate. I'm fine.
That's the problem. That is the issue.
So let's talk about the other person and what issues they have with themselves and with me.
You're like Cardi B's album. Am I the driver? You're asking the question, but because you don't believe it to be true. But
no, I can see how people see me as problematic. So show me in which ways you find me problematic. But I don't find you problematic. And if I did, we don't need to be in therapy for you to know that, because I would have told you from before.
Yeah.
And then, and if you're that bad person, then I would have separated myself from you. And because nobody's perfect, it's not the issue. Because I'm not expecting everyone to be perfect. You're going to have something I don't like, and I'll tell you about it, and that's the end of it. Unless you're being malicious. That's the thing. So that's when the problem, for me, the problem comes with the lying stuff. Because I feel like lying to people sometimes come from malicious. And it's like, so what kind of person do you think I am? Then why would you hang around with somebody that's doing that to you? Because what reason do I have to lie to you?
I think I've got unresolved issues more with family members than I do with friends.
Plural?
Yeah, actually. And maybe two of them from the same family for different reasons.
Okay, you can tell me later.
But yeah, I think that'll be it. But again, it's not bad, like I dislike them or this, but there's things that I do not in my moral compass don't agree with. And it's because you're my family that you can
say what the thing is then, innit? You don't have to say the person. So.
Nah, I can't even say what the
You can't even say what they're doing?
Nah, I don't think so.
Oh, wow. Is it that bad or is it just that private?
I think it's just private. It's that private. And the people will know automatically straight away. So that's why I'll just leave it.
Okay, all right. Well, that's piqued my interest. But again, if that person's doing a magazine, then they're doing a magazine. Is what it is, isn't it?
It is, but I think it's got the things as far as I'm concerned shouldn't have impact on me because it's not happening personally to me. But morally, I don't like it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. But then, so the therapy situation would be. What then?
So they'll say, maybe they'll come to you and say, what do you feel? What do you feel about your so and so, or your family member, or your friend, or this, that, and the other? And what things do you think they could be better about? I don't know what I've never been to therapy, but these might be questions they might ask, and then I'll say, have you got any underlying issues with their behavior in certain things? And I'll be like, this thing I don't agree.
So have you told them?
Maybe one of them. No, one of them I definitely told about the thing. The second one, I don't know. Because it's properly, I feel for me it's like a.
It's a sticky one still.
It is, But it is, but it's, I don't know. I think this is also a collective thing. I don't even think it's just me. But
what do you mean?
I think that the majority of the family feel the same way about this thing.
Is it somebody close to me?
I don't know.
I'll ask you.
I'll tell you later, man. You don't have to question.
No, because there's a couple of things that thingy, and I talk to the people in it, and then I get told, why you have to mention this? Why you have to mention this? And then now my answer is, so I don't have to go to therapy.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, yeah, but all right, because do I have an issue with would I have an issue with the same person then?
About this thing?
Yeah,
I would assume so. I would hope so.
All right, okay, all right, okay.
But I don't know. You're a weird one, so but I would hope so.
I think this is the thing, because I guess some people is like, well, how can you call me idiotic and say what I'm thinking is nonsense and still accept it? I know that because everybody does things that it's idiotic and everybody says things that it can be idiotic and does things that are nonsense, including myself. So I'm not just demolishing you as a person for doing nonsense, because everyone does nonsense. For me, the big thing is lying. That's a bit where I'll start side-eyeing you, and then how you do it and why you do it, that's the problematic, because lying is taking away someone's reality. But if you cheat on someone, and I know it's a form of lying, but how many people haven't cheated in their life? It's like, I know you'd be like, I've never done it, but most people cheat. Most people make mistakes. Making mistakes is a part of life, isn't it? That's it. I'm not just gonna just dash you for that, unless I've got a really close relationship with you, and this is the barrier that I have with you, and I can't let you in if you cross that barrier, wherever it may be. Like if you're far away from me, I'll be like, it's normal. If you do it close to me, then it's a big deal. Like I was telling Miss Wolf last week, it's one thing if his missus cheated on some random that he works with that he hardly ever sees. And the next thing if they cheat with me, it's like, nah, it's two different types of betrayal. Same thing, but difference. So yeah, there you go. But yeah, for me, therapy, I was a typical never. What would I go there for? Never. But then it got to the point where it's like, once you started talking about therapy with somebody else, I'm like, ooh, this would be fun. And then now I'm up to the point where if somebody said they were going to pay for me to go therapy for myself, I would go. But for me, it's purely for pants.
I've debated it because I don't know. I would like to see what the analysis they've come out with. I would always like to see what people think about you when they can analyze you, just to see how close they are to the mark, or how close they are to what you think you are.
It's a straight ego thing.
Or I don't know.
For me, it is.
Well, I don't know. I just want to see whether or not my reflection of what I think I am.
Well, that's ego, then, isn't it?
Why? Why is it ego? I just want to know whether or not do I represent myself well.
What do people go to therapy for? Generally, what's the point?
They got a problem, I suppose.
I guess to his root core, there's that. But then you're not saying I want to go to therapy because I want to grow, because I may have a problem that I want somebody to help me with, because there's things that I need to get off my chest and there's nobody else I can talk to. You said I want to go to therapy so I can see what you think about me and how close you are to being correct. Because that's an ego thing.
No, because they might enlighten you on things that you didn't think about yourself. So they might say, "Well, I see this, I see this,
that's
I see
what
that."
Said.
Yeah, but that's the reason why I want to go, because I want to see if it matches what I think I'm giving out. I said that. So if they're now telling me no, it doesn't, then obviously I'm learning something from them, isn't it? I'm giving out a different thing that I thought I was giving out. Or this person is looking at me in a completely different light than I thought I was giving a thing. That's not ego. That's me still trying to find out information that I just didn't know.
Okay, so you thought you gave out this... Okay, people keep telling you you're aggressive and you keep saying you're not. I'm like, how can you not see it, bro?
I don't tell people I'm not aggressive. I'm telling people that when I speak the same way all the time. 1 minute is you're happy with it, the next minute I'm very aggressive. And that's what annoys me. If I'm talking to you in a normal way, if I'm talking about you or I'm smiling, suddenly it's fine. The minute that you don't like what I'm saying, I'm aggressive. And that is what annoys me.
That is not true.
Okay.
Because if you're saying you could be okay, so you shout often. But if you shout, go! Yeah? GOAL. It's different than if you shout, go! GO. Same stand up, same throw your fist in the air, same screaming in somebody's face. Like you're saying goal to, as an Arsenal fan, you're screaming goal in front of a Tottenham fan when your team scores. You could be doing exactly the same thing, saying almost exactly the same word, and it's just two different things. So to say I'm saying the same thing,
I think it's bullshit.
It's very, so you can't see the difference between okay, your niece, my daughter, is an Arsenal fan. She gets to 14 and you're in the vicinity of her in a public setting with a Tottenham fan that's her age, a boy. The Tottenham score, he gets up and screams, "Go!" in her face, all right? And she's like, whatever. And then they have a debate, or Arsenal scored 2. And now they're winning, and you can see he's angry, and he says it exactly the same way. He gets up in her face and says, "Go!" You're not going to switch up this dude.
I would have switched the first time.
For saying goal.
Why are you shouting at Lisa's face?
Come on, man. During football, that would be a magic.
Why are you shouting at Lisa's face?
Anyway, fine. To go back to prove my point, because I know I'm right. Are you not saying there's a difference between those two things?
But you added something in there.
Which is what?
The person is angry.
This is my point. You cannot tell me that people are not having what's the word? A reaction to your emotional state. No way. Because you and unfortunately, whether you believe it or not, everybody that knows you well, or the people that I know that know you well, so the people that are on this podcast and the family, taking into account your brother. So I'm talking about your sister, I'm talking about your mum, your dad. Everybody can read the disgust and the anger and the displeasure in your face. Everybody says the same thing. And I will keep telling you, I'll tell everybody, if everybody's telling you something and you're saying it's not the case, you are the one that's wrong. It's not that, I know myself better than everyone else. No, you don't. No, you can't know yourself better than everybody else knows you. If everybody says, when you do this face, you feel that way, and you're saying no, because if it's your wife will say it, your brother will say it, your mum will say it, your friend will say it, then your colleague will say it.
So when people say the same thing to you, they're all wrong, but when you're saying the same thing about me...
What did they say about me? That I come across rude?
That your intentions are being, you're rude.
No,
you're not
intentions. People don't say my intentions. That's the point.
Okay.
And then when they say I'm lying, that's when I do flip. Yeah.
Okay.
So if you say I come across rude, I say
okay. But if a majority of people are saying that you're lying,
well, they don't.
Okay.
That one I don't have to worry about.
Okay. I just find it interesting. But
which bit?
That you decide that were you ready? You decide that everyone else is wrong.
No, you've given me the imaginary thing. I'm giving you a real thing. So you give me the real thing.
I told you the real thing a minute ago.
That everybody calls me a liar.
No, that people don't think that your intentions are the way that you say things. Your intentions are always pure.
No, I don't think. I don't think that's the case.
Okay.
People think I'm going around trying to hurt them.
I think that you don't care about whether or not you hurt their feelings.
That is different. There's different between I don't care whether I'm hurting you or I'm trying to intentions that can be pure.
Okay, then your intention is to give the information and hurt me at the same time.
No, I don't think people think that.
Okay, I think people think that.
Well, I don't think most people think that. That's very stupid. Why would you think that?
I think a lot of people think that.
I don't. Why would you? What sense does that make?
Okay.
Explain it to me. I actually don't understand that one.
Because your delivery has no thought pattern to it. So you're not saying stuff to make them feel better. You're saying stuff knowing it could make them feel bad and doing it anyway.
It's not,
so why would you think their intention is that? Why would you think the other person on the other side thinks the intention is to be nice to them?
Because of what I'm telling you. Is it so?
The thing you're telling me is not in a nice way. You could tell me in a nice way. You could tell me in a nice way that will give me the exact same information, will have the exact same impact on me. But you've taken your way out of you've gone out of your way to do it the way that it could be seen as being rude.
No, that's not what I've done. That doesn't make anyone that thinks that is not thinking correctly. They're thinking They're thinking wrong. That's the most polite way I can put it.
Okay.
You can say the way you say things comes across as rude. Accepted. You cannot say you thought about being rude to me and that's why you said it that way.
But
which is what you just said. I'm like, what are you talking? Let me finish. Okay. I mean, like, what are you talking about? What makes you think I'm sitting there just saying, all right, I can say this the nice way and I can say it the bad way and I'm going to choose to say it the bad way to hurt them on purpose? Like, what? If that's what you think, okay, I can't actually
remove the hurt them on purpose. Yeah. If you could say something the nice way, or you could say something the bad way, yeah, you've done this in your head before in the past, yeah. Which way would you pick?
I don't phrase it the way you phrase it, so I have to do it the way I do it for it to make. And you can take what you want to take from it. There's the real way, and there's the fake way. Okay, all right. So, for instance, I said somebody called me and said I can't have the real staff. That's actually what they said. They didn't say that's the term they use. I can't have the real staff. I just need someone to cry on. So what they're saying is, I know everything you're telling me is going to be real, but I don't want to hear the realness right now. I just want you to either maybe just to shut up and don't say anything, or to give it to me softly, however you want to phrase it. But the realness is what hurts.
Okay.
The realness is what hurts. That's what it comes down to.
No problem.
Okay, so here's the example that I use often, and maybe this will back your point or back my point,
okay.
and the listeners can take what they want to take from it.
Cool.
We have a discussion with your breath smells.
Mm.
So I could tell somebody your breath smells, and for me that would fall under the category that you're putting on. That you could have put it so many better ways. Why are you just going around telling somebody your breath smells?
I don't think that's.
But I've had this discussion with people.
I think if somebody says your breath stinks.
Okay, fine. Your breath stinks because your breath stinks. All right, that is actually the case. Your breath stinks, and I tell you, your breath stinks. All right, so I'm being malicious by saying.
I don't think you're being malicious, but you could have said.
I could have said
your breath smells.
All right, okay.
Yeah,
and that makes it better.
I think telling somebody that their breath smells, it gives it an easier tone to them. For them you're delivering bad news, and there's ways of delivering bad news.
Bad news, you know.
Somebody's breath smelling is a bad news for them, man. Especially if they've been going around the whole day smelling, then no one tell them.
If you can't fix it, then it's a problem. If you just didn't brush your teeth or you ate something, whatever, then just don't do that next time.
As I said, for that person, it could be seen as bad news. So again, you have dismissed it because you yourself don't think it to be something that is that dramatically bad. If you just telling somebody their breath smells, but to other people, it makes them. There'll be what's it called? What's the correct word for that I want to use now?
Flabbergasted?
In a way, yes. Flabbergasted is an upset, yes.
They could be bothered that they've been
walking around with bad breath. And, and then they'll then wonder, have they had bad breath for a long time and how come no one told them about their breath? And it could go on for a lot more than you think it does because you've ended that thought pattern at the end of the bad breath and you as yourself has cut that off because you're not adding everything to it. Yeah. Which is a good thing. You know, no one's saying that's a bad thing. You should not add things to stuff. But other people are not always like that. They add, and they think.
Okay, that's good for them. Just instead of just brushing your teeth. All right. I think because of the way I feel, the way I think, my thought process, my stoic ways is what leads me to this problem. So I'm going to ask you if you agree with how I think on my life. That I think that because I am blessed and because I have so much good going for me, I shouldn't be complaining about. Not I'm human, and obviously I'm going to be upset if my team loses, if my kid does something wrong in school, or if my wife does whatever. It's not that you can't get upset, but in general, because I'm so blessed, I'm doing a disservice to life, to people in general, to be crying over spilt milk kind of thing, to be crying over small things. So that's how I live my life. I didn't really think about it and I've come from the other side of the fence where I was soppy. I was the exact opposite side. I would cry about everything. I'd think the whole world is against me. I'd be moaning all the time about stuff, whether it's in my head or outwardly. I was as close to depressed as you probably get depressed without being depressed. Just a soppy whatever. Now I've come to the other end. It's like, you know what? Back then you were an idiot. You had stuff going for you and you're crying over whatever. Now you can know and appreciate things. So because of that, when someone says something to me, like your breath smells, you'd be like, are you right? Yes. Thank you. Let me brush my teeth. Let me sort it. I can fix it because I have a positive mindset. Now I believe it. Maybe some people don't. So all it is like, if you're giving me a problem that is about myself and I agree with you, you're giving me the opportunity to fix it because that's the mind frame I have now. So because I think that, it's like, is that a good way to think? To you, like, forget what other people. Is that a good way to think? Would you want your nieces and your nephews to think like that?
I don't know. It depends on what it leads to.
For me, it leads to peace, man.
But then, if people around you, it might lead to chaos.
Are you living? You of all people are talking about how you're living for people around you.
I'm just saying.
I'm talking about
but I'm not pretending that that's a good thing.
What's a not good thing?
The fact that I'm just like, I do this for my own self and I'm very selfish with my behavior. I don't believe that to be a necessarily a good thing.
And I don't either, and I don't do it. But
so then I'm not. When you're saying to me, I'm like, just because I do something doesn't mean that I think that what I'm doing will be something I want my child to do.
I want my okay. Well, anyway, I'll let you explain it. So you're not sure if that's you can't answer the question.
I don't know because I don't know the impact that comes alongside it. So if I'm going by how you are now,
I'm not talking about external people. I'm talking about how you've lived.
Oh, just live how you live. Yes, if you're going to live yourself in a positive way and things around you are going positive and you're happy with the things in your life, then yeah, you should.
And even the things that are negative, Because
not that bad.
I don't know people that are living on the street. Personally, I don't know anyone that's living on the street. I don't know people where they're think of all the worst things in the world. And I'm not saying I don't know anybody that's going through some of the worst things in the world. But when I see a war, and obviously, I keep up on the news, and the type of things I'm hearing, it's like, as bad as some things are going, we ain't going through that. Mm-hmm. And then they're talking about the budgets come, and they're talking about so many people are going to be in poverty now, and blah 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 blah. And as much as it might hit me being a middle class somebody, I'm still going to be able to pay eat and live in my house and stuff. Mm-hmm, I'm too blessed to be crying over things because things happen in my life. Like I'm upset with the car issue that I don't
think you should cry over anything. But doesn't mean
you can cry. But
doesn't mean I'm talking about you're saying your small things. I'm just saying that it's not. Just because your life is blessed doesn't mean you shouldn't acknowledge the stuff that is going wrong.
You should.
So you should take time with it sometimes still. Even if you think you want to dismiss it, sometimes you still get learning from the things you can take time on it. I'm just not saying that you should alter the trajectory of your life completely, but you should still
a lot
take
of people
time
are like that though.
Yeah, but I'm talking about what I feel is the ideal thing to do. Not necessarily what people are doing. Well, so I think, yes, you should be blessed and you shouldn't let the little things drag you right down into the pits of hell. Mm-hmm. But doesn't mean that you can't acknowledge the things that's happened and, take time to think about them. Sometimes I say,
understood, agreed. And that's why I tell people I'm telling them, because your breast stinks. So now you know that the worst thing, to take time and think about it and deal with it. Because that is not the worst thing about your life.
I'm in the middle. So I wouldn't be the one that would say, do you want a breath mint? Or all that nonsense because, just to hide the fact that they got bad breath.
Yeah, shout out Corey. Because that's what he said in that conversation.
Yeah, he said, I'll give them a mint. I remember what you said, yeah. Whereas with me, I would tell them, I'll say,
Were you doing that conversation?
Yeah, I'll say.
Where was it?
It was in the pod, I think, you remember?
We had spoken about it somewhere. Maybe
you said it again.
We were talking about in the rest. What's the Nigerian restaurant here in West End? The one that there's a chain of them. But is
Inish.
Yeah,
I was there with him. I think I might have been there. Maybe it was because I've been to the industry before.
Yeah, but you weren't that one, and it was a bunch of us, and yeah, it was a magazine, and it was a magazine. We spoke about perception, and there's have you seen that video of the bear and the basketball?
No.
So I'm going to spoil it for everybody that's never seen it before. But once you say it. There's a video that they do for training, sometimes for managers and for whatever. Where it's I'm trying to remember why they do it before I explain what happens in the video. It's about perception, like what you see, what you focus on might have a difference in what's actually going on, which is applicable to the conversation we're having. So they show you a video and they tell you to count how many. There are about 6 players in basketball jersey tops. Count how many passes there are, and then it's a 20-second video or whatever. It's 15 seconds. Then it stops, and then it says how many passes did you count? And it says, did you see the breakdancing bear? And you're like, what? And then they rewind, and then they play it again, and there's a breakdancing bear. Like not doing proper breakdancing, but a dancing bear that's going through the middle of the court, in between the people throwing the ball.
Was it fast or sped up or something?
Nope. And nobody sees it. And then you think they must be wrong because they show you the video, then they and then they show you the second video. So everyone's thinking, no, it didn't happen in the first video. And you rewind it and you watch the first video and it's in the first video. And so you can watch this on YouTube. And it's like, what? I've spoiled it for you now. So it's never going to be applicable to you. But I've done training courses with people and I did it at that dinner and people didn't see it. If everybody would say, of course I would have seen it. You don't see it. Because all you're doing is counting, you're just following that ball. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Until you watch it the second time, you'll be like, how did I miss this? Because it's not a little bunny. It's a man in a bunny suit, body popping around. How did I miss that?
Who you say it was a bear?
A bear, wherever it is. I think it's a bunny or a bear, wherever it is. It's a human adult in a costume dancing around, and you don't see it.
Sounds like totally unexpected, boy.
But it shows that when your mind is focused on something, you miss everything else. So if you're just focused on this person is trying to hurt me, this person is trying to offend me by saying, and you're not thinking, no, I'm the bear. I'm just telling you, your breast stinks, bruv. You're worried about this is when people talk about intentions. Your intentions. I'm like, oh my God.
Intentions are important, though.
Yeah, but my intentions are pure. So for
my intentions are good.
What you have to skip with me.
That should be your song, actually.
What?
Be misunderstood.
Yeah, and Kanye used that, innit? Was it Kanye?
Don't worry about Kanye. Foxy Brown used it.
Okay, my bad. I want to play it now. I'm going to have to play it when I get him. So,
come on.
I think what you need to skip with me. Yeah, so here's the problem with me. I don't have the problem with I don't like your delivery. I wish you change your delivery. Blah 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 blah. I understand it because everyone's different. So that one I get. My problem is when you question my intentions, and it's like and because I feel I'm so transparent, I don't think anybody anybody that knows me cannot think that this person is like a plane of glass. I'm so see-through.
Okay, let me.
Or would you disagree?
Let me give you the example of why I'm saying what I'm saying.
Would you disagree that I'm completely transparent and I'm see-through?
I don't know.
My own brother say this, man. Okay.
The reason why I don't know is because I don't know anyone. I don't think anyone really knows anyone. So I only know what you show me, innit? So that's it.
All right, go on.
Do you not think that sometimes people might have this perception of, if this person really cares about me and they know, that the way that they're going to say this is going to upset me, and you do know, right?
Stop saying that.
So you don't know the thing's going to upset them.
That's not what I'm sitting there thinking of. Is this person going to be? Sometimes
that's not what I'm asking you. What you're thinking? If you said this, okay.
I don't know all the time, man. Sometimes I'm just talking. I'm just talking, innit?
Okay.
When I'm sitting there studying things,
I can't finish, but it's fine.
No, because there are times where I'll be talking to you and we're talking, and I've said it on the pod. I've said it off the pod. I say my brain doesn't work as fast as some people's. I say I wish my brain worked faster. It doesn't. So I'll be talking, and then it's later on I'll be like, you know what? So why don't you think I could have said it differently? Because then I'll be sitting there forever, especially on the pod. In real life, maybe I could take time. So if you want to talk about real life, whatever. But on the pod, I can't do anything.
I'm not talking about the pod. I'm talking about real life. I'm talking about you in general. I'm talking about the people that you care about.
Well, okay, I'll explain to you then. Because, and I've said this many times, and you just think it's different. We just think differently. And this is my point about accepting other people for accepting other people. If I don't tell you the truth, I feel I can't look in the mirror. But
you're not telling them the truth. You're telling them the truth. You're just telling them in a way that...
No, as in the truth.
I don't understand what that means.
Okay, this is...
So let's go back to let's use the smelling breath example. Because that you're telling them the truth both ways.
Okay, well then...
One can be seen as offensive and one can be seen as not. You're telling them the exact same truth.
Neither of them is offensive.
To the person that is listening on the other end, if I tell them that my breath stinks,
stop saying you know. Because if
I'm asking, I'm going to ask you.
I'm not bothered.
Yeah, but you know that you're not the same as other people. You say that all the time. You say that all the time.
So you should be like that. This is my point.
So in other words, everyone should be like you.
No.
Everyone should be like you. You should. So you're not going to cater for no one else.
You should rise above nonsense. I shouldn't cater
this is
to
your problem.
Nonsense.
I'm telling you, the therapist will have fun with you.
Okay.
Everyone should be like Stav. Hey.
All right.
Homo. Hey, it's fine.
All right, let me.
It's fine.
Okay, I'll answer the question and then I'll ask you a question. I'd feel ashamed and embarrassed and upset with myself. So call it selfishness. If I can't tell you what I'm thinking, and if what I'm thinking is your breast stinks, then that's what I should say. I feel I'm almost lying to you, and obviously I don't like lying. So you can say you're not lying. You're just massaging the truth. You're just changing it so that it's more palatable. You're delivering it in a way that the person's actually going to accept. If the ultimate end goal is that you want the person to accept it and to change and to work towards whatever it is, then why don't you deliver it in a way that's positive for them? Why don't you just deliver it in a way that is going to be more useful for the actual end goal? Because you're trying to help this person. Why don't you say in a way that you know, or because everything you think I know, I don't know everything, that you know is going to help them. And I'm thinking, because that's not the truth. So I want to be able to tell you the truth.
That is the truth.
No, the truth is what I'm thinking in my head. So yes, I can change it. But this going back to what I said about my wife and what I was saying about Liz, that for me, the ultimate freedom, the ultimate goal in relationships is what I feel is you should be able to tell people what you're thinking. Some people think it's a bad thing, and I think, are you insane? So what you're saying is that it's not a good thing to just tell people what you're thinking, especially if your intentions are poor. If you're trying to hurt this person, you're going out your way to offend this person, you're going out your way to try and beat them at work or at a sport, then by all means, then that's the different flex. But when you care about somebody, you're saying you care about somebody, you love them, and ultimately, what you shouldn't try to attain to is just to be honest with each other, like completely honest. I don't agree with that, and I think that's low frequency way of thinking. I think anybody that thinks that is just lost the plot, and I think life is just gone. And I get that that's how it is for a lot of people. But listen to what I'm saying: the people you care for and that you know care for you, you're saying that you shouldn't just be able to say what you're thinking to that person, just unfiltered. There's something wrong with that. I think that's the problem with the world. That you're saying, no, you shouldn't just say unfiltered to people you care for what you're thinking. You need to change it to make it palatable for them. I can't co-sign it. I can't. My body doesn't let me do it. So you can call it ego. You can call it being silly. You can call it being selfish. However you want to phrase it, I'm just gonna have to eat that one. But I can't. Why not phrase it like that? Because again, it's only gonna be with people like. Because if we can go to Yasser's tonight after this, go to a restaurant, and you know me, like you say, I'll meet some new people. I'm not the same way with new people as I am with my bona fides. I'm still staff. I'm gonna be whatever, but I'm not the same. But with my bona fides, I'm going to tell you what I'm thinking. And you're trying to say, that's a bad thing. I'm like, it's not a bad thing. That's the most beautiful thing in the world, is to be able to tell somebody what you're thinking. That's the most pure thing in the world. That's what children do until you beat out of children. Don't say what the truth. Don't say what you're thinking. It's actually purely virgin. And the world has told you that's not something you should do. And I disagree with the world. I completely disagree with the world.
Okay. So going back to what you said earlier, if everyone's saying that one thing is right and you're saying the one thing is wrong, it doesn't matter. It doesn't work in this equation. But fine, no problem. But I'm not saying that you shouldn't be able to be honest with your partner, but also, was that the door?
That's the door.
This podcast is almost done. 1 second. How long we got left?
We've been recording for 1 hour and 10. So I don't know what your idea of how long we got left is.
What else I was saying again? I'll just carry on speaking.
Yeah.
So
we should have set up a mic.
Should have, but I didn't think it was coming anymore. So going by what I was saying regarding that, yeah. I personally, yeah. Pick up yourself, Simple Simon.
Yes.
I personally, I've been put off my stride now, but I'll get back there. Yeah. So when you said this, I personally believe that as well as being honest with your partner or whoever your person that you care about or this, that, and the other, what you're saying, I still would like to be able to do all of that without hurting them.
Okay.
So that will be my number one priority on top of the saying what I want to be able to say honestly. Because if I know whatever I'm going to say honestly is going to hurt the person I care about, I'll prefer to find a way of saying what I want to say. I'm not saying that I shouldn't say what I want to say. I'll say deliver the message I want to deliver. But more importantly, I want to not hurt that person when I deliver that message and give them the information that I hope will actually filter through to them, rather than I'm just saying what I want to say.
Well, this is what I do with my children. And this is what I do with children in general.
You should do that with everyone.
No, because you're not children anymore. I just still need to start mushing up your potatoes and saying, "Woo, the plane is coming to your mouth." That's what you're saying. I want you to eat the food, but telling you to eat. Oh no, let me finish. Telling you to eat peas and whatever carrots is like, it's not palatable for you. So I have to mush it up and say the airplane is coming for you to eat. And to me, that's how it. That's what it is.
Let's go back to your brethren. Yeah, she verbalized that to you. Like, I don't need this right now.
Yeah,
I might need the information, but I don't need the delivery or that you're gonna give it to me.
Yeah.
So if she came to that, you wouldn't deliver the information.
No, I would.
So then that's it. Then in the end, I care more about helping my friend or helping my family or whoever it is that I care about than doing all of this stuff.
I care about them, and my point is that I care enough
to
be.
Put my thing in your thing.
I care enough to be blunt with you, because I think that's what's best. That's what's going to be best for your life.
I don't think so. I think you think it's what's best for you because that's what you want to do.
No. I'm actually teaching my children this. I mean it. The reason I say I bring my children all the time is because I would like for you to at least believe. I'm not trying to beat down my children. I believe I'm doing the best for my children. At least, because you seem to think I'm some devil sometimes. But at least I would like for you to think he's trying to do the best thing for his children. Whether you think I'm doing it or not, that's what his intentions are. I
don't think that you're a devil, but I think you're as selfish as me and you pretend like you're not. Sorry. No, you don't pretend like you're not. You don't know that you don't know that you are.
Don't know I'm selfish?
Yeah.
By being honest.
I think that you care more about what matters to you than the other people. That's the selfishness I'm talking about.
I want to phrase it, what matters. I care more about being honest than you not being able to accept honesty.
I think you care more about what matters to you than that.
So what matters?
So as I said, if you could deliver a message, right, and you know because you even just said it now, I could deliver a message, and I know that the way that I deliver the message will actually hit this person. They'll actually do the thing that needs to be done. You said that. You said it.
No, I said.
Can I finish saying what I said? No, I think you said before you told me that you didn't say it.
I didn't say it.
Right? You said. I know that there's ways that I could deliver a message that's going to tell this person how they want, and they're going to hear it better because it's delivered in a way that it will help them better. But it's not the honest way that I want to say it. So I'm going to say it the way that I think it's the honest way. That's what you said.
I said that's what some people would say, or I said that's what you would say. Why don't you say this? Why don't you put it in a way that can believe it? Why don't you? I didn't say that. I said I could do it. But even if that's the case, I have the dexterity to be able to do that. So let's go.
Yeah. What's more important to you is how you saying that you need to be able to say it this way. And to me, that's selfish. Because the thing that if they know that the other person is going to be actually benefited more by you delivering it the other way, but you're just like, I'm not doing it that way because I don't think it's the right way, or I don't like the way that it's being done, or whatever thing that whatever you have, then as far as I said, that is selfish. But that is for me, because my primary objective, me personally, would be to make sure that person has the better outcome.
Okay. Am I a short-term or long-term thinker?
I don't know.
You have to know something, man.
Okay.
Can't keep judging me with your finger and then ask you questions. I don't know.
Because it differs depending on what's going on, I suppose.
Simple Simon.
Yo.
Do you think I'm a short-term or a long-term thinker?
I would say...
He's not coming out of nothing, by the way.
He's coming out.
I would say that you're a long-term thinker from what I know of you.
Okay. I would agree with that. It's not that I never think short term. I think everyone has elements of both of them, but I think most people skew more to one side or the other. My wife skews much more to the short term thinking. She'll make a decision. I'll be like, did you not think what's going to happen in 2 years' time? She'll be like, oh, I didn't even think. And I'm the other way around where it's like I'll be doing something. She's like, tomorrow, are we going to have bread tomorrow if you're worried about doing something next week? I'll be like, oh, I didn't think. So I think I'm a bit more of a long term thinker. So you're trying to help the person. I'm trying to help the person. Does that make sense? You're worrying about how they're feeling now. I'm worrying about how they're feeling in 10 years' time.
No, I'm not caring about the feeling. I'm trying to...
Okay, fine. You're trying to help them. I'm trying to help them. I'm trying to help them in a different way than maybe you're trying to help them.
Yeah, but in the example where we've established, the way that you're helping them is not going to be as good as the other way.
No, to you. Because
no, to the person. You know that the other person...
Fine, to them.
Whatever you want them to have, or whatever you want that thing to do, or whatever thing you're trying to relate to them, is not going to be as good as if you did it the other way. They're not going to be... That's the part of the thing that we was talking about.
Okay, listen to what I'm saying.
But because you need to say it this way...
Okay. I'll give you a scenario. Smacking a child that has done something wrong, they're going to feel pain. They may not resonate with them, let's say an 8-year-old. They may not resonate with why you smack them just there and then. All right. Do you think that smacking was a waste?
I don't know what you smacked them for.
They did something wrong.
So later on, they're going to understand why they got smacked.
Exactly.
I'm asking you the question.
I would assume so.
Well, that's the subject. You should have the subject. Yes or no?
Well, I can't know for sure.
Well, then no. Then I think it's a waste of time.
Okay.
Because
if you don't know something for sure.
If you don't smack... smacking children, yes, I'm not against it. But they need to know why they're getting smacked, and they need to have a clear understanding of what the reason they're getting smacked for. If they don't understand... Yes, because what's the point of smacking somebody if they...
Oh my God. I can't believe you just said this.
Yeah, because you smack the person, they might do the same thing again. They don't know what they're smacking. You don't even know what you're smacking them for.
Okay. So I'm going to give you this. Try not to take it as rude because it's going to come across as rude, but it's a real question that I really asked somebody. I asked my daughter when she was 7, I think, or 8. If your brother, this is me, I was trying to explain to her why I tell her off, why I punish her. And because she she was talking very simplistic, like you made how you're talking now, like there's no reason to do it. I'm like,
I never said that.
Okay. Sorry, I'll take that back. She just didn't understand it. So I said, if your younger brother who can walk now, and you and him were on the road, and he was gonna cross the road, because taking into account my daughter saying I hate smacks, there's no reason to smack anyone. All right, I said okay. If the only way you could stop him from crossing the road was to pull him and it was going to hurt him, he's going to cry, would you pull him and hurt him? And she said, looking around and she said, no. Why? Because I don't want to hurt him. I said, so you wouldn't hurt him? Because if you talk to him, he's not listening to you, he's running. You actually have to pull him and hurt him. No, Daddy, I don't want to hurt him. I don't, because basically, the way you smack me and I get hurt, I don't want him to get smacked. I use smack, so I don't want to smack him. I said, so you're just going to let him get run over? And she's like, no. I was like, well, it's one or the other. Which one is going to happen? What would you prefer? She's like, I don't want to hurt him. I said, I know you don't want to hurt him, but so he's going to get run over.
What's this got to do with me?
What you're saying is
What am I saying?
Is that the person, you let the person get run over. You just said, if the person doesn't know why they're getting, all right, because you didn't let me finish. I said to her, you at 7, I can tell you, don't cross the road. And you can listen to me. Yeah. Mm-hmm. The 2-year-old, I can tell him don't cross the road. And what's he going to do anyways? He's going to try and cross the road. When he knows that if I cross the road, I'm going to get smacked. I don't know why. I just know that I can't do this. He can't understand what he's getting smacked for. He just knows I'm not allowed to do this.
But then he knows that, doesn't he?
He doesn't know why he's getting smacked. He knows that he's not allowed to do this. He doesn't know He doesn't know the idea that I'm going to get run over or blah 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 blah. He just knows that I've been told not to do this. I don't know why. I don't know why actually.
He don't know.
He doesn't know why. What does he know?
He knows that he knows that he shouldn't cross the road.
He knows that I can't do what Daddy told me to do. I don't know why.
Yeah, but he knows that he shouldn't cross the road.
Is that to do with why? Or what I can't do?
No, but he understands why he got smacked. He got smacked because he tried to cross the road.
He got smacked.
Regardless of whether he knows why crossing the road is a bad thing or not, is regardless. But he knows why he got smacked is because I crossed the road. But I'm saying if the person doesn't understand why you're getting smacked, if you just come, let's say
is crossing the road a bad thing?
Not all the time, depending on how you cross. But I'm saying the person leaves.
You cross the road.
The person leaves.
Everybody cross the road. I'm not allowed to cross the road.
The person leaves there at least knowing that they got smacked because they tried to cross the road.
Yeah, but listen to it. Listen, Linda. As far as they're concerned, everybody's crossing the road. Why can't I cross the road? And he doesn't understand. He doesn't know why he's getting smacked. I'm not arguing with this. Yeah, he doesn't know why he's getting smacked.
But he does know why he's getting smacked.
Okay, well, then we're looking at it in different ways.
Because he crossed the road when I told you don't cross the road. Regardless of why you've told him not to cross the road, there's a completely different argument as to why he's getting smacked.
Aha! So now it comes back to the crux of things. You don't need to know why. You don't need to know why. Ultimately,
there is still a why.
But you don't need to know.
No, but he does know. He knows why he got smacked.
Okay. Right.
He don't know the deeper reason as to why he got smacked. But he knows why he got smacked. Because you told him not to cross the road. Because let's be honest, that is the original reason. You told the person not to cross the road and he crossed the road. That is why you smacked him. Yes?
Well, in this scenario, I said that he's just about to cross the road and you have to hurt him. That's the example I gave her.
Okay, so if you did that's for me. After you pull that boy and he's crossed the road, if you've never told him not to cross the road and you pulled him and you hurt him or you smacked him, as you said to your daughter, and you don't tell that boy why you smacked him, you've done that boy a good disservice.
All right.
Because he will do it again.
Okay.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, as far as children are concerned, they test their environments. So yes, they will do it again if it's not at least partially clear as to why they're being punished in the first place.
I disagree.
If you beat a child enough and they don't know what they're being beaten for, they become apathetic towards it as well.
Means nothing.
That's more.
You just beat, basically.
It's traumatic, isn't it? You said apathy is like I'm just indifferent to get beat. It's like that's a trauma.
It's a real thing. Like I had a god brother that I don't know, they would have diagnosed him now as having ADHD or whatever those neurological challenges are. But he used to get beat. And he used to get beat in such a way where it got to the point where they would beat him in the morning before he's done anything because he's going to do something.
That is abuse.
That's abuse.
It sounds like it, doesn't it?
Is there another way to phrase it?
I mean...
That is abuse. You beat somebody for nothing.
From the outside looking in, it looks like that.
Bro, that's abuse, man.
No, but again, if you...
And I co-sign beating.
You said the man woke up in the morning, hasn't even brushed teeth or bath, and they already beat him.
Because
that's what you're going to do later.
No, yeah, because it's a combination of what happened last night and what might happen today or what's going to happen today. Like the youth's a bad youth. But the point I'm getting to is that the beating happened irrespective of stuff.
Okay.
And they had no understanding of why they were getting beaten.
Yeah.
It stopped working.
It will.
So it wasn't to the benefit of the child, even though the parent was doing it for the benefit of the child.
No, they weren't doing it right, were they?
Okay, we can argue whether they were doing it right or not. Valid argument. But the point is, as far as they're concerned, their intentions were good.
Because the difference between what you guys are saying and what I'm saying is there's a cause and reaction. So you're saying if they don't know, I'm like, they to some regards, because you argue one point and then you argue the other, they know that if they cross the road, they're going to get smacked. For me, it's like, that's the point. Don't do it. You might say that if nobody's around and if no one's looking, they might do it if they don't fully understand fleshing out the thing. And I agree with you into that regard. But I feel that you'd be doing a disservice if you're trying to explain something to a 2-year-old that a 2-year-old doesn't understand. But I still have to save you. So you see, I don't let you walk
we weren't
by
talking
yourself.
about 2-year-olds. We were talking about adults.
I did say a 2-year-old.
No, but I'm talking about in the original conversation we're talking about. I'm not talking about you talking to a child. We're talking to adults now.
All right. So again, going back to what I said before you entered, I said I'm a stoic. Is it? And this is why I asked you: is it a good way of living to understand that these small things are small things, and to understand that you're blessed? And I can't remember if you disagreed with me. I think you beat around the bush and you said, but then ultimately you said, yeah, all right, fine.
No, what I said was, and these are the words I use, is that it's good to have a positive outcome in life. It's good to understand that you got positive stuff and your negative stuff is not as bad as the rest of the world. But you should still acknowledge that negative stuff and still think about it. You shouldn't just brush it away because it's negative.
Okay, yes, I agree with that.
So I was very clear about what I was saying. Because
that's fine. So that is why I do what I do, because it's not that deep, bro.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm gonna try and paraphrase and think that I've got an idea of what you guys were talking about.
Therapy.
In terms of,
I'm gonna ask you the same question I asked Steph as well.
In terms of doing things for the betterment of others, but there's an element that you have to take into account, and that is that you have to meet people where they are. So sometimes you have to tailor your approach to the person that's involved. So you say, I just want to tell the truth, and that's better for them because of my intention. But sometimes what the truth looks like on an occasion won't reach them.
Yeah, this is what Ohana was saying.
Yeah, communication is about, you have to meet somebody where they are.
That's what you said.
At the moment when they're at that point as well. So you can, there is a fine space where you can be true to yourself and also be true to that person in that moment.
So we use an example, and I think this is a very good example about saying somebody's breast smells, yeah?
Yeah.
I said, Steph used the original term like, your breast smells, yeah?
Yeah.
And he said, that's bad. And I'm like, you were saying, you don't think it's bad, but you're saying some people say it's bad. Yeah, that's what you were saying, wasn't it?
I would have no issue telling you your breast smells, but I'd have no issue saying your breast stinks.
But then I said, your breast smells is completely different to me as your breast stinks. Yeah? You can tell me your breast smells and I can understand you're explaining to me that my breast smells. The minute you tell me that my breast stinks, in fact, you must matching, maybe I'm even now agree with you with the aggressive thing or whatever, yeah? You've now told me something that can be taken in a complete, because now it's not just a smell, it's a stink. I'm now associating everything that comes with the word stink, do this, that, blah, 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 blah. And now, when it could have been just a minor that my breath smells, yeah? It smells. Now I'm thinking, my breath stinks. And now everyone around me must think I stink.
I think you're doing this argument as a service.
You've amplified that.
Because the word stink is completely different from the word smells. In the way that it has been publicized.
I think because basically he put smell in the middle, stink on one side, and then would you like a mint on the other side? Yeah, so that's the far right. He's not dealing with the farage business, yeah, but he likes the pot in the middle of porridge, and he says that the far left is too much. It doesn't like the Jeremy Corbyn, which is what I'm doing, right? And I think in this case, I think your breath smells and your breath stink is both Jeremy Corbyn. I think most people would say I don't want to hear even one of them.
They don't.
So
but
then,
hearing your breath smells
for you
is a different level to hear your breath stinks.
I think most people would put it in the same basket and be like, "Nah, it's the same. You're insulting me."
It depends on how you deliver, I suppose.
But then also, does it smell or does it stink?
So you're now associating them as two different things.
Well, the way I'm looking at it is that everything smells, but not everything stinks.
Because it's true. But
okay, so let's say that let's add the word bad in it. Your breath smells bad.
There you go.
Yeah.
Or your breath stinks. Stink as shit.
Yeah. But again, so here's the thing, right?
Don't do that. Don't do that.
But so here's the thing.
Don't do that.
Objectively, outside of the stinker shit, yeah. But your breath stinks, innit? Yeah. Objectively speaking, I don't know about you guys, but have you ever had a root canal?
I think so.
Or have you ever been in a room when someone's had a root canal, or when someone's had a tooth come out and it's been, I don't know whether there's rot behind the teeth or whatever?
I've had a rotted tooth myself.
How would you describe that smell? It's a stink, isn't it?
I didn't notice the smell like that.
Living either.
So, but let's go on the premise that it did stink. So let's say it stunk.
So
in this hypothetical.
So yeah, if you're talking about somebody's breath, if their breath smells like that, then that stinks.
Or you could just say your breath smells bad.
Yeah, but smelling bad could be, I do a customer service job, I've been talking all day, I haven't drank enough water. Or it could be, I need a root canal, or I've had a root canal, or I've got...
Well, then I could say that your breath smells rotten. Maybe you have something wrong with your teeth. I would say that.
And you don't think that sounds as bad as stinks?
No, well, no, because I put the premise behind it.
Your breath smells rotten.
I would say your breath smells rotten.
Like Doc Cotton.
And I think there might be something wrong with your teeth.
What's up, more?
If there was actually if I actually thought there was something wrong with their teeth.
Every time you open your mouth, I think of EastEnders.
I think that comes with explanation. I think that comes with an understanding, and I think that comes with a solution. Whereas if I just said your breath stinks,
I think
walks off now.
I think the amount of bass in your voice when you say your breath stinks also makes a difference.
To go back a bit more before he asked you this question that you asked me, I was telling him that I think he looks at himself in the wrong way. He has some sort of personality dysmorphia where he thinks why is it when I say one thing it's not an issue, when I'm maybe my voice is amplified? Would that be fair enough? And then when I say something else and my voice is amplified, you're saying I'm being aggressive, or I'm being argumentative, or I'm being cantankerous or whatever. And I'm like, can't you see the difference in sometimes your facial features and this and that? You're trying to say just because you're talking loud both times, it's the same. And he's I don't know. I don't want to speak for him. I don't want to get it wrong, but he's gonna like, no, you can't keep telling me off for talking loud on Monday when on Tuesday I was talking loud and you had no issue with it. In fact, you were joking and laughing with me at the same time. It's like, but you were saying two different things on Monday and Tuesday, bruv. So one of them comes with some oomph. That's what I feel.
No, but I mean, as an observation though, we've already spoken about that before, isn't it? Like,
but he's still arguing.
You can say the same thing, but the way somebody feels about you or what it is you're saying is dependent on how it's taken.
Yeah, but he's saying that one is... That's not what he was saying. He's saying that one is definitely different than the other, and you're aggressive in one and you're not aggressive in the other. Even if you said that I'm aggressively jolly, that's fine. But you're not saying that. You're saying that one is aggressive and the other one is not aggressive. And I'm saying that either both the same or they're both different.
The way I know Wahala, he does things with what I would describe as fervent fervour. And he is that way about everything that he does.
Okay.
Whether it's a happy thing, whether it's an angry thing, whether it's a sad thing, he puts the same amount of effort all the time.
All right.
So in that respect, if he's shouting because he's happy, or he's shouting because he's excited about something, or he's shouting because he's vexed about something, it's the same energy as far as I'm concerned.
The way I look at it is that I'm thinking in my head now, I was watching a scene from The Irishman earlier on. And I don't remember the film too much. I just remember there was that one Joe Pesci, a bit of a spoiler for The Irishman. There's a bit towards the end of the film where Joe Pesci is talking in front of De Niro at a dinner table. And basically he's saying, somebody's going to die. It's either you're going to kill him because it's somebody you like, or they're going to die somewhere. But the way he said it was so sweet. Yeah. And we know De Niro, we know Joe Pesci can be very adamant with his threats. He can be very loud. And I think when you look at extremes, because in that film, he never raised his voice. He would talk quietly like this. You have to listen to what he's saying. So even when he's threatening and saying, you're going to kill somebody, he said, he's got to go. He's got to go. And that's it. That was him telling you, you're going to go and kill somebody. All right? Again, what you're saying is now has a more of an importance than how you're saying it. You're threatening me. because of the words you're using. And I think people that work in the middle don't have that issue. They usually flick from one side to the other. Wahala has this fervent energy. So yes, now it's like, yeah, you're always rah, rah, rah. But if you're rah, 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 my team's like winning. If you're rah, 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 you're enjoying this song. If you're rah, rah, rah at the concert, dancing to a thing, these are all positive things. When it's rah, 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 you're telling me off. When it's rah, 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 you're having a beef at a red light. You're talking at the same volume as you're talking when at a football game. But it's a different energy. And for you to say it's not different, or why is it I can shout on Monday and it's cool, when I'm shouting on Tuesday it's not cool, it's like, that doesn't make any sense.
Okay, going back to me personally.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Because on Tuesday you're vexed.
I scrunch up my face all the time. You all say, why is your face like that? And I don't think there's anything wrong with my face. I don't even know I'm doing it. I'm not angry at the time when I'm saying what I'm saying. My face is just scrunched up. So you lot are wrong by saying, I'm not angry. My face scrunches up when I talk. I don't walk around smiling. People tell me I'm angry, so I must be walking around like, what's his name? Like a minstrel. So, why? I don't get it. So I think sometimes people are putting things on me that's not there.
Fair enough. If that's what you feel.
I feel that. Let me ask you this question that I asked Dav earlier, yeah?
What's that now? Go on.
If you had to go to therapy with your friend,
yeah,
not family member, friend, yeah?
Yeah.
Which friend would it be?
And why?
Which friend would it be?
We didn't have to say why. What friend would it be?
We came with it though.
Not necessarily.
Yeah, that's odd. Because all of my friends, I wouldn't understand why I would take them to therapy with me, because I would talk to my friends. The friends that the ones that I would consider taking to therapy with me are the ones that I would actually talk to. So they'd be just having the session twice.
Not necessarily, because that's what he
no, in my case, yeah, but I had the same thing with you. I did not just my friends. It's like more or less anybody that I feel is I can talk to. I'm gonna tell them stuff.
Yeah,
but those people might not necessarily be comfortable telling me. So I'm more interested in what they're gonna say about me, because they will know how I feel about them already. So now it's we're in therapy, we're in a safe place. Stavros does this that upsets me, or Stavros does this that makes me feel good.
Oh, so the therapy, the therapy isn't for me; it's for them.
It's for everyone.
It's a joint therapy, isn't it? You're both talking about each other, or I'm assuming if you're going together, you're talking about each other. I'm not assuming you're going just to talk about a third.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying to you. Party. So as far as like my friends are concerned, the people that I consider friends, or the people that I would consider to take to therapy, I actually talk to them.
Okay, well,
do they all talk to you?
Yeah.
Well, I said you.
You take me. Why?
Well, my reasoning was because I've got unresolved issues personally that involve you. Not that anything that you've done, but what I believe I've done that I don't think was right in our relationship.
Right. Okay.
So then that's on me.
Yeah.
Not necessarily, it's not even something that I haven't not told you. I've told you already about it.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that don't mean that it's because I've told you it's resolved in my head.
Okay, so then why is it not resolved in your head?
Because maybe some things maybe doesn't be unresolvable, or maybe some things you just don't forgive yourself for.
Ah, okay.
But maybe discussing it with you might be something that might be able to make me understand it more, or get past it more. I don't know.
Okay.
I see you as elusive, and I feel if I was to sit down with you 24/7 and talk, I would see so many. You're an onion. There's so many layers in you that. It's the opposite of what I said about me. I said I'm a mirror. I'm sorry, I'm not a mirror. I'm a plane of glass. I'm so transparent and see-through. It don't take somebody half an hour to figure out this is who you are. I'm just easy to work out, and I have no issue with that. You are the exact opposite. You can get the out layer of you. So this guy is an onion. So I understand he's an onion. Yeah, that's what you are. But there's layer after layer after layer after layer after layer after layer. And I don't see you as the type of person where it's just like, oh yeah, I'm just going to give you all these layers. Because there are some people that can be multifaceted, multi-layered. I don't think I'm that. I'm quite simple. So I don't think you're a simple person. Like my mom said, the simple side is not simple. I think you're actually much more multifaceted than most people. So people, and you're the Rubik's Cube where people are going to see different sides of you. So I don't know, I'm not speaking for him, but for me, I know I see like there's 9 sides to a Rubik's Cube. I probably see maybe 2.
Yeah, but
I think you ask about Stavros, everywhere you go, everyone's going to say Stavros is the same person. Yeah? I'm gonna go to your family house on your mum's side, and it's gonna be different than maybe your dad's side, or it's gonna be different when you're in this country. And it's gonna be different, and it's not that you're faking it. It's just that you just see this side of this Rubik's Cube because basically you're doing like what he was saying. I don't know if he said it when you were here or when you're not there. This is what's applicable to you. This is what's going to work with you. This is what you need. This is what works in this setting. So when I'm at work, I'm this person, but it's still the same me. It's still the same cube. It's still the same onion, but you just see these layers. And I don't see that as a fake thing. But there are some people multi-layered where you see all the layers at once, everything, everywhere, all at once. That is not you. And I think you do that. You choose to do that as well. Whether for whatever reason, I don't know. But that's a conscious choice that these people are going to see these layers. These people are going to see these layers. And maybe he wants to. I don't know. Maybe the layers just need to be layered with Wahala.
No, I don't have the problem with the layers. That don't bother me.
It's not a problem. I'm not talking about a problem. I'm saying that maybe.
Hey, took it from me.
That's why I said maybe.
No, I think.
But anyways,
I think it's interesting that you see it that way. Because obviously that's like, that's your view of, or your perception of it. And I think I do find that interesting because I consider myself to be myself all the time. However, with regards to like the different sides that you're talking about, I wouldn't say it's a weird one. It's deliberate, but it's not consciously deliberate, if that makes sense. The reason why it is the way it is because the people that I interact with bring different things out of me, if that makes sense.
So are you agreeing with the analysis, first of all?
Well, the multifacetedness, I can see that.
I think most people are multifaceted.
But I don't necessarily agree with the guarded bit. Sure. Which is why I find it interesting that you perceive it as me being guarded.
Do you know what the problem is?
Perceived that way.
You know the problem with you? You know the problem with you?
Who's you?
Simple Simon.
Yeah.
People want to see things that are not necessarily there.
There's some of that as well.
Sometimes people just want to make this person elusive when he's not elusive. He's just who he is. And sometimes people want to find things, or they think that you're hiding stuff.
I didn't say guarded, by the way.
Maybe that you're hiding this, or you're hiding this, or you're hiding that. And sometimes he's just not hiding it. He's just doing it. That is who I am. There's times when you, as far as like I said, you can be, especially when we're having debates or having discussions on the podcast, where I think you are purposely being obtuse. Is that the correct term?
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
Yes.
I think you're doing that on purpose. But in your day-to-day life with people that actually know you, I think people are always trying to draw things out of you because you're also could be very quiet and you're very, you take a lot of consideration. You're the opposite of Stav. You take a lot of consideration before you say anything. Whereas he takes no consideration.
Wow.
When he says whatever he's saying, and he's happy, he wants to be like that. Well, you're the complete opposite. If somebody asked you what time was it in the morning, you will look at 3 clocks before you give the answer, just to make sure the time is right and you're giving them the right time. Stav will look at the 3 clocks as well, but then he'll also, it'll be quicker, if that makes sense. Strangely enough, in that way.
It's a bad example.
Yeah, it's a bad example. But you know what I'm saying? Okay, maybe you said, well, how are you this morning? You would think about it. He might just say, I'm vexed. You might decide that you don't want to upset this person's day, so you might just say, I'm all right.
Yeah.
I could be better.
Yeah.
Whereas Stav would just say, I am angry.
Yeah.
I don't like this.
Yeah.
Now go on your day and be knowing that I'm angry and I don't like this.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is that a better example?
I can live with that.
All right. So, but people are looking for things, I believe, are trying to draw things out of you that is not necessarily there.
Sometimes I do feel that. Sometimes
I think the closer people get to you, the more people are trying to find things that are not necessarily there. Like this is who he is at times. So sometimes people just don't want to accept that. They want to add layers when maybe he has. I'm not saying you're not multi-layered. But I think sometimes people want to find a layer that don't exist,
that doesn't,
or they want to see this
this layer look that way
emotionally to somebody, or this, that, and the other. I don't know. Sometimes people are just looking for emotion that don't exist.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't see around enough people enough for me to know. Obviously, you've grown up, so you've seen it. I don't know.
Well, you just said the same thing. Now he's got.
I know, but I'm telling you what I think about him.
And this and the other.
And I think you're talking about what other people see. I'm talking about what I think he is.
I think the onions might not be as many layers as you think.
And maybe I'm wrong. but that's what I see, and I'm not wrong about people in general. Anyway,
he's already told me several times today that he's never wrong about this and he's wrong about that, and he's right about this and he's right about this, and everyone should know that he's right.
Yeah, I mean, no, but
Mr. Exaggeration, that's not the case.
But you alluded to me being deliberately. What did he say?
Me?
No, him. He said deliberately
elusive.
Yeah,
I didn't say elusive.
You said elusive. You said elusive.
The first thing you said was
it is elusive. I know you definitely said that because in my mind I thought, what are the chances of that the WhatsApp?
What was that?
The name is elusive, isn't it?
Is it? Or maybe I'm not in it.
Which one are you talking about?
I don't know what we're talking about.
Are you talking about which one are you talking about?
The WhatsApp name.
Whose one? Yours?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't see your name.
Is it?
Yeah,
okay.
Your name comes up as your name.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe if I don't have your number in my phone, it come up as different.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I didn't know that. Sorry, if I said it, fair enough, because I wouldn't necessarily argue with that anyways.
See, this is what I need in my house.
What's that?
Somebody else that could hear what somebody says, so we can have these arguments no more.
Yeah, you said it. You said deliberately elusive, which I thought was interesting because I don't. It takes a lot of energy to be deliberately elusive.
So it can be second nature to somebody. You don't have to work hard at it at all. If you're good at it.
Okay.
And elusive,
but you have to work at it to be good at it, don't it?
Okay, who's to say you didn't work at it? I'm not.
You just said that you don't have to.
He says you have to do it, and I'm saying everything you have to work towards to get to a point where you can do it naturally. Apart from, not everything actually, but in this case, his age, with his intelligence,
at your age,
there are going to be plenty of things that you can do well to a high level, and he's doing it like he's breathing.
Okay.
A person that is elusive in their 30s, 40s, they've been doing it for a long time. It's not something they have to think about. To be honest, it's going to be the other way around. Like I have to work hard to not be elusive. Elusive is not the. It just sounds like the wrong term. But for the lack of a better term, I'll stick with it if that's what I said. But I'm saying more. What I meant when I fleshed it out. If you're stuck on if I said that at the beginning, you're stuck on that. I'm stuck on the thing that you're happy letting people see different sides of you. There's nothing. There's nothing. Nobody's going to tell me where I'm going to disagree with that. And it's not the worst thing if they are all you. Some people are fake, and they're showing this person this fake side and that person that fake side, and they might not even ever show their realness, whether it's good or demonic inside. I'm not saying that about you. I'm saying you have 12 different sides, and side one is like a swatch of colours. And this grey is just not applicable at work. I'm using blue. When I'm around home with my wife and my kid, I'm not using blue because that's not what's beneficial. I'm using red. But they're all part of me. These are all parts of me. They're multifaceted. I can do all of this. I contain multitudes. Going back to my poem that I was talking about a few weeks ago.
Elusive. Difficult to find, catch or achieve.
Difficult to find, catch, or achieve.
Going back to my original question.
I think to go what you're saying, I think people will people will try and figure him out because I don't think you're easy to figure out.
Someone who is difficult to find, catch, describe, or understand.
And I feel this case because people will not see every layer of you. So it might come across as wrong, but I'm going to actually stick with that because, I don't think you're easy to... If somebody says, what's Wahala like? They're going to come here and say, this, is that? What's Stavros like? They're going to but what's Simple Simon like?
Do you think it'll be right?
With me or you? You?
Yeah. Do you think I'm a plane of glass, as you say?
I said I'm a plane of glass.
Yeah, I'm asking you, do you think I'm a plane of glass?
I don't think you're that hard to work out. I don't think the people in my house are particularly hard to work out. But maybe that's because I know them. So looking at you from the outside... Yeah, I think because you're as much as you're not me in terms of the bluntness, you're not. I don't see you as being super like not explaining. You explain yourself in it. You let your intentions kind of like be known. So I think people know. Yeah. So I think you're quite simple.
I think people would say that. I think that people. If you were to speak to somebody like my wife, I think she'll think I'm a bit like Simple Simon. With what you're complaining about with Simple Simon, the elusive stuff.
No, I know.
But with the fakeness.
What do you think then?
I think that people take. I think that I behave how I want to behave, and people take it how they want to take. In fact, you said it yourself. You say it yourself. Oh, you don't think my brother is nice. You think my brother's a nice person. He's not nice or whatever. Or you think this person cares about your life. You don't care about your life.
Yeah, but you say that.
Pardon?
You say it yourself.
Hard to describe or understand.
This one is stuck on the elusive.
Yeah, because I'm looking at the.
All of that is applicable then, so I'll stick with it. I'll pick the right word if I said the right.
You may find it difficult to define their personality, motivations, or character. They can be mysterious and their thoughts and feelings not easily deciphered. Like, so my motivations, I don't entirely agree with it. I think I say what I mean.
You that we ask a question and by the end of half an hour we can't figure out what the answer is.
Because for me the answer is not always straightforward.
Which is fair enough. But then it's hard to understand. If I'm asking you is this black or white and at the end of 20 minutes you haven't told me it's black or white, I can't understand it because I'm thinking I'm a simplistic person. Yeah. And you're working on the next level.
Well, I'm looking at chicken and egg, innit? So most answers are chicken and egg. Which one came first? You can never really know.
Well, there you go. If somebody's the person that is thinking, breaking it down and making it simple, and you're saying, no, this is a bit more complex than how you're giving it, and they can't take it in what you're saying, then you're elusive, bruv, because you understand in your head, but maybe you're not articulate enough to explain it to the simpleton that I am.
Yeah, I think articulation. And you know what's so funny? One of my biggest, I don't know if it's a fear or whatever, is being misunderstood. Like,
is it?
It gives me great anxiety, bruv.
Bruv, you better lose that one now, boy. Because I'm telling you, if you put a paper down and you had a questionnaire of your life and you had 100 questions and you told people you have to answer it for what you think of yourself. Is this person this? Is it that? Is it blah, 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 blah. And then you gave it to bare people and you said, all right, answer this. Do you think people are going to get like multiple choice? Best out of 4 questions. Do you think most people are going to get answered the same way you're answering? Wrong.
But I don't think that's the case for everyone.
For me, it'll be there, bro.
No, your own image of yourself and what other people perceive of you, then I don't think they're going to be the same.
What do you think with me?
Well, with you have to remember that you have this whole side of you that actively believes that certain things do not apply to you because you are you. Certain ideas don't apply to you because it's you.
But if everybody knows that.
But you think everyone knows it? I just had a whole conversation about how people might misconstrue. Yeah, the things that you say and how you say it and your intentions behind it. You dismissed it because you just decided that you're going to dismiss it.
I'm not talking about idiots. Let's talk about sensible people.
But this is what you minute you just removing people, then that's what's the point having a conversation with you that if you everyone
I'm being facetious, man. Carry on. I know it bothers you when I do that
because you're just removing people that is clearly part of the subject matter.
So I'm saying even for you, if you were to answer that question here, and
about you,
no, about yourself, and give it to other people to then answer, the answers are not going to. I
actually feel that if out of 100 questions, people are going to get a vast majority of them correct, or they will align with what I'm thinking. It depends what the
questions are.
Maybe, but what do you think this person will do in this situation? How do you think this person would deal with this? Do you think this person is this and that? And I would think that most people would say the same thing that I'm saying.
Well, Hala's been my Cody for a long time. Mm-hmm. If we did that question there, he would get most of the questions right.
About you?
Yeah, he would get most of the questions
Maybe
right.
He works on a higher level of... forget him.
What, do you want me to name other people that would be the same?
No, you feel that most... Are you saying that you feel that most people would get that question right? Because remember, it's not based on necessarily the truth. It's based on the answers that you give.
Well, okay, let's. If a podcast listener has listened to every single episode of Eloquently Saying Nothing from number 1 to 540, had to do this question on each of us. What percentage do you think that people would get?
Again, like you said, it's the kind of questions you ask, but I think most people would know what I'm going to say before I say it.
So you're going to get a high percentage.
Yeah, man.
80% and above, you reckon?
I'm a simple person, man.
Okay, so what percentage? Going off that thing, what percentage do you think
Very
you
simple.
Get?
I think after 540 episodes, it would be a high percentage as well.
You think you'll get a high percentage?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because one of the things that 540 episodes does is give some level of consistency, doesn't it?
And some expertise, I suppose, if you've had that much minutes of listening to us.
Yeah, a wide breadth of discussions and understandings and situations and concerns.
Yeah.
But then if I ask you a question, the one thing I can tick is that I know that I'm not going to get an answer at the end of this thing with Simple Simon. It was the same with Webbs at the time as well. I could ask Webbs a question and there's every chance I'm not going to know the answer after 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah, but you also have to take into account that sometimes you don't accept an answer that you don't accept, if that makes sense.
That's fine, but then...
So somebody has given an answer, but you don't consider that to be a good enough answer or an answer. So then you say
you're
they haven't
about
answered.
something else.
Then you say they haven't answered.
Yeah. Is the sky blue or is it just reflecting... No, is the sea blue or is it just reflecting the sky? Well, the road is black. You've responded to me. You haven't answered the question. And then, yes, that happens with you and with Webbs all the time.
Yep, but there's times where I actually answer the question, but you don't like the answer.
Fair enough. If that's how it comes across, if that's what you feel.
It's interesting anyway. Why this therapy talk anyway?
No, we was just chatting. We was talking about. I asked him. No, he mentioned that he emotionally. What was the correct term you used?
I don't know.
About your wife, you said you emotionally manipulate his wife, and then that came to my head, and I thought, what happened?
No, blackmail, emotional blackmail.
You said manipulate first, and then you said
no, because I don't manipulate her. You said manipulate. You can go back with this one. Okay, I emotionally blackmailed her. That's what I said.
Go back and listen.
No.
On one occasion,
you said it.
On one occasion, or was this a campaign?
I do it when I feel that she needs to actually when I feel strongly enough about what I'm saying, because I know if I just tell her something, she ain't got to do it.
Okay, so that is a form of manipulation then.
If that's how you want to call it, but I'm telling her I'm doing it. If you're telling somebody you're doing it, anyway, it can be actually. But at the end of the day, the end product is I want my wife to do the right thing. So if I have to manipulate her, then so be it. But for me, for my conscience, could be everyone's different, I have to tell her I'm doing it, which I do.
Okay. So anyway, that's how it started. And then I just thought that would be an interesting thing for him if he was in couples therapy, how they would look at that.
Yeah.
Because that was like a therapy term that he used.
Yeah, but then again, it circles back to meeting somebody where they're at. Like, that's the tool that you have to use for your wife.
I can't think of another tool that I can use. Because at the end of the day, ask them, can you put the toilet seat down? And then they're saying, if you don't put the toilet seat down, you make me feel like you don't respect me because I've asked you to do this 5 times. And other things that are true. Whatever.
Yeah.
Which I don't need to say, but I know that just asking you to put the toilet seat down is not good enough for you. You're not going to do it. You're not going to respect just the request.
Yeah, but then
so I have to make you feel bad.
Yeah, but that's you tailoring that to that person.
That's what I'm saying. But for me, that's emotional blackmail, which is why I said it wasn't manipulation. It's emotional blackmail. I have to make you feel something because I don't know about other people's relationships. I don't know about you guys. But my wife does not respect my words. Unless it's about money, maybe the kids, she doesn't respect me enough to just do what I ask. I do not have a yes woman that I know sometimes it sounds like on the pod, you say with this and that. No, my wife will just do the opposite of what I say. So rather than telling her, can you do this? Or on top of telling her, can you do this or do that? I have to emotionally blackmail you.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
To the side. The fact that you don't have a wife that's a yes person, is that something you find to be good or not?
I don't know. I've never been with a yes person.
Oh, you've never?
No, never. Okay. I've never been with somebody that's just like. Never. But at the same time, I hear a lot of people say, it would be boring to be with somebody that just says yes, or if everyone was the same, it'd just be boring. For me, it's like, not necessarily. Again, maybe it comes down to my ego. If I'm always right, then you doing what I'm telling you to do or what I'm asking you to do or what I'm suggesting you doing is what's the problem there if we're doing the right thing? Because for me, ultimately, as you guys know, it's about doing the right thing. I like a woman that challenges me because I'm not always right. So let's be right. But I don't like, and this is the case with my wife, when you're wrong and you do the wrong and strong. That's somebody. That's one where it's not every woman does that. So the not listening to your men, I've heard enough men say that it's only when somebody else said it, or you heard it from this person, or you heard it on the news. All of a sudden, didn't I tell you this last week? I hear that all the time. So it's like, okay, this is normal. But the thing where it's like with debating something, up to the point where it's like, oh, you're in a box now. You must know you're wrong, and you're still arguing. That's when it's frustrating. It's like, so now you're just trying to win the argument, and you should try and win the argument by being right. And now you know you're wrong. So what argument are you winning? Now you're not trying to win the argument. You're trying to beat me. And you shouldn't try and beat me because we're, as far as I'm concerned, we're in a relationship. We should be fighting together. So maybe I'll just think about this thing in a strange way, but I'm happy to argue with my brother, with my friend, with my wife, until we get to the point where we're right. Because I always want us to be right. So that's what we're fighting for. It's education. But once we're right, why are you arguing with the person that's wrong? Or why should the wrong person win the argument? That don't work. That's not growth. That's not progression. That's redundant.
Reading. It's fundamental.
Yeah, so I can't remember my point now. I'm going off into a tirade.
No, man,
because my wife don't listen to me.
Yeah, but my missus doesn't listen to me either. But for different reasons.
I don't know why she don't listen to me. I think she's just stubborn Ghanaianness. She's proud of it. If we talk about it, no argument, no beef, no nothing, just talk about it. She'll be like, yeah, but this is. She likes it. I'm like, it's one thing if you're right, then cool. But when you're wrong, why would you enjoy like standing 10 toes down on being wrong? It's like, no.
My wife is half and half. She listens to me and then complains at times that she listens to me too much. I'm just like, I don't know what that means. And then other times she just doesn't listen to me, and I think she's doing it almost out of just straight, not defiance. Well, no, maybe defiance is the correct way.
Defiance is a good word.
And I'm just like, okay, whatever it doesn't bother me regardless whatever you do.
It could be that it's like, listen, I've given you my life, I've given you your kids, I've given you my last name, I've given it away. In defiance, I have to hold some part of myself that I'm not just going to just do as I'm told. I'm not that kind of woman because I'm with a strong woman, and in some regards, she thinks strongness is a. In some regards, it's like being subservient, and then in some regards, it's being just not malleable. No. I see women that just do what their men tell them to. I ain't gonna be one of them kind of women. And it's like, that's good. I didn't marry you to be that kind of woman, but we don't. That doesn't mean that you need to
go to the other extreme.
Yeah, just randomly, like
just being
whatever.
What's the word? Contrarian.
Yeah, but I'm a contrarian, but not in my missus. Because I just that's where I want life just to be easy. Man. When I'm debating, whoever I'm debating, yes, contrarian. But in terms of raising kids, building a house and a home together, we're kind of like in this battle together.
I don't know.
I think men in general have that way of thinking more than women.
What's that?
We're in this together. Like, we shouldn't be fighting each other. I'm talking about relatively healthy relationships.
Yeah.
Not toxic stuff.
Yeah.
In a relatively healthy relationship, a man is thinking, let's do stuff for us. And a woman's thinking, no, that's a bad way of looking at it.
I get what you're saying, and I think that's a societal thing because men have never, almost like when we talk about institutional racism and white people don't have to think about it. Men, with obviously the misogyny and the way that we've lived with the misogyny for all of our lives.
Misogyny.
We never really have to think about those types of things because it doesn't really affect us the same way it does a woman. We're going into a relationship not thinking that we're going to lose our strength or we're going to lose our
part of yourself. But some men, because like
no, they lose the things like cheating or women or womanizing. I'm talking about when I say part of yourself, I mean like as you just said, she loses her name, she loses her dish, she almost loses part of her identity, and also now you want again. You use the word subservient again. That's been linked to women in relationships and marriages for years, isn't it? So. They push that agenda, and I think sometimes now, obviously, they're trying to change that way of thinking. So that's why men don't think like that. I'm not getting to get to my marriage. I'm going to feel like I'm going to be subservient, or I'm going to lose my strength or my power in this marriage, or my word is not going to mean as much as hers. I don't have that. Men don't have that full thinking in their brain because it's not something we've had to think about.
Yeah, it's not part of the psychology.
Maybe. And then in the African, or let's say in a Nigerian household, I think it's similar in other African countries. But I know that when I'm with a woman and we are now solidified as a couple, she ceases becoming Stacy, Lisa, or Becky. She's our wife.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you become a brother, in our culture, your name doesn't exist anymore. You are Mama, whatever the child's name is. If you have Charles, you're Mama Charles. This is one calls Queen Elizabeth. You call her Mama Charles. That's what you do in our culture. It's like once you hook up to a man, your name doesn't mean anything anymore. You're such and such's wife, and you're such and such's parent. You as an entity, you don't say that. You don't say that about men.
Yeah, it's true. You
yes, it do.
About you don't say our husband.
No, they'll say my husband.
As in a third party?
No, they're saying maybe. Somebody might do that.
Nah, he was Beyonce's fiance for a long time, wasn't he?
Well, then,
and Beyonce's husband, they're still calling Beyonce's
that's where the power comes. Well, no, that's where the power aspect comes into it. We revere Beyonce so much. She's so high. She's the queen. She's the goddess. So whoever she hooks up with, even if it's a billionaire, the best rapper in the world, he'll still be Beyonce's husband. That's the power we're talking about. And then that goes to your point that most women are not afforded that kind of luxury. You're not that. So that is that is a good explanation. I've never thought of it like that. So maybe that's something. It's still wrong because at the end of the day we should be fighting together. But I like it. I like it. It's a reason, and I'm always looking for why is it? Why? And that is a reason.
Why?
I don't want to sacrifice everything, and there's no sacrifice. All right. On that note, unless there's anything you wanted to bring to the table.
No, I mean I'm fortunate to have managed to catch you guys still recording. I'm glad that happened. I weren't here last week because the major matriarch of my family passed, unfortunately. I think you lot recorded Friday last week as well, right?
Yeah.
I found out on the Thursday that my grandmother died, so
condolences.
I needed to take my minute.
Yes, of course. Condolences.
So what today's if she was Jamaican, it officially would be the 9th night today. But they don't get on like that on my Nigerian side.
Okay.
So yeah, it's been a few nights of contemplation. I was lucky enough to have a good relationship with my grandmother, with all of my grandparents, to be honest with you. And again, we had like a really transparent relationship. So I haven't got anything unsaid, if that makes sense. You know, sometimes someone dies, you're like, oh, I wish I got to do this or I wish I got to do that. I don't really have anything like that unsaid. And when someone gets to 97, you're not really sad in the same way. You know what I mean? You're happy that you were a part of that party. Sad that the party's over because for me, she's always been there, innit? 42 years of my life.
Yeah,
there was mum.
Constant.
Yeah, there was my mum, there was my dad, and there was my grandma as a constant. So it's tough from that point of view. But outside of that, you know, the woman had happy birthday sang to her 97 times.
Wow.
Nearly a century old, man. Like I had access to a living ancestor. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I like it. We can pay it like that.
I'm always jealous of all you people, man. I'm jealous of you. I'm jealous of all my nieces and nephews and that type of stuff that they had the relationship with their grandparents because we didn't really get one.
Yeah, and
but then you don't mourn the loss either, like you will.
Yeah, I won't. But it's still sad.
Yeah, it's different, man. It's different. When you hear about somebody talking about the 1930s and their experiences and stuff like it's and then you get the point of view or opinion of somebody from the 1930s. You get what I mean? They tell you how they see the world and how they see the way you behave and what you find to be important and stuff. Like it's interesting. We were one of the times I was talking to her about who she considered to be like, all right, like our children now, maybe my daughter would be like, Beyonce was her pop star kind of thing. So I was asking my grandma who her pop star was. Okay. I don't know anyone from the 30s.
So when she said names, you didn't know who she was talking about?
I didn't know who she was talking about. But I asked the question in front of my aunties and my aunties were like, yeah, she always used to play this person over and over again. And she liked this actor. She thought he was suave. And like some people that I'm just like, who are these people kind of thing. It's just a whole different life, a whole different era. Often we talk about us 80s babies are the ones that have seen the most technological changes. But when you put that in the context of my grandmother, it's deep. Like, there was no TV.
Yeah, it wasn't even a black and white.
It wasn't even a black and white. There was no TV. There was no phone. There was, do you get what I mean? Like, it's just a completely different world.
There was still segregation.
Yeah. But she also has the point of view of Nigeria in the 30s and the 40s. And you know what I'm saying to you? before she came over to the UK. So like there was a rich culture, heritage, context with her. She was a midwife as well, so she delivered babies all around the world.
One thing I'll say that you should take a great pleasure in knowing is that your grandma didn't go with dementia.
Yeah, she had all her faculties about her.
So she remembered everyone. She
everything.
She knew what she was doing and she went in that way. That's a beautiful way to go if you're going to go with all your understanding of who everyone is.
Yeah, that was so... I'm very much privileged. I've always known it. It's not now that I'm realising how privileged. Throughout the time, I've always been grateful. Lots of gratitude. So now we have to, what's the word? Reconfigure life now because it's...
new navigation. Sat-nav is turned.
Sat-nav is turned. GPS. Update location.
What are you contemplating?
I'm listening. I'm just listening. I don't know. I'm listening. That's what I should do. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Listen
again,
to my boy.
Rest in peace to grandma, man.
Yeah, man. She done a good one.
She did a good in it.
Yeah, man. Was that how many did she got? About like 8 grandchildren, 6 or 7 great grandchildren. She held the last one. Well, 9 nights ago now. So yeah, about 2 weeks ago, she held the last one. Was born just before she went to Nigeria, so she got to see the last one. I think she was holding out for that one as well.
I'm telling you, man, these old people, they hold out for things, boy.
Yeah. But I mean, after you've lived, like, we feel like we've lived a long time, innit?
Yes.
And we're always having to put some marker or milestone on something that we want to do next, just to keep it interesting. After you've done that for 90 years, as much as you can be grateful every day, you start to lose the things that are going to be interesting because you've done so much. You've done so much of what you want to do.
I think family growing is always going to be the interest of most people.
Yeah, it will, but you also have to wait. Do you know what I mean? You got to wait the 9 months for the youth to get... You got to wait for the people to get together. You got to wait the 9 months for the youth to get made.
But that's interesting, though.
I mean, it is interesting, but I think what also happens when you get to the other end of time is that when you're young, you're a year old. A day is a massive percentage of your life.
Yeah.
When you get to 90 odd, a day is a very, very small percentage of your life. So the time seems to take longer, if that makes sense.
You've been told this, or you're assessing it. That's the case.
I assess that, or I should say, the time doesn't take longer. It seems to go slower, but takes longer. If that makes sense. I think I just remember from my childhood, a day was a long time. So much happened in a day, and then when you said yesterday, didn't mean anything to me because it just feels like the same day's still going. It was such a big chunk of my life.
No, I agree with you completely.
But now it's the complete opposite. Like, I can lose a week. You get what I mean? I have to actually think about it. So when you get to 90, what is that like?
But I'm on Wahala's side that if you're a people watcher, then irrespective of the stretch of time, that people watching, especially if they're your kin, that's it right there.
Yeah, I guess.
What they're going to become, what they're doing, how their mind frame's going to change from day to day. That thing where it's like, I know you think this now, but wait in 5-10 years time, I know you would have changed your mind. How much is your mind going to change? Or am I going to be even surprised that you didn't change your mind? Like, what? Oh, you still think that?
Or even, I know who you're going to be. You get what I mean? I've got an idea of who you're going to be. I've seen this little thing of you. This is how you're going. Are you actually going to turn out like how I think you're going to turn out?
Come prove me right or wrong.
Yeah.
So for me, that's exploration. That's something I'm looking forward to with everybody. Is Wahala ever going to stop denying that his screw face is aggressive? Is Simple Simon gonna reveal his onion to everybody?
Yeah. So yeah, I just wanted to say that. Yeah. So yeah, grateful, man. Just grateful and gratitude. Still.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Me,
yes.
All right. Okay. Well, on that note, this is the therapy episode. If you've never had a therapy episode before,
Well, I'm sure we've had one.
In terms of title,
Yeah.
hopefully not, because it takes me quite a while to think of a title. But this one is.
It wrote itself.
This is the therapy.
I think this is one of them podcasts where people that like us not talking about what's the thing what's the type of thing?
Current affairs.
Current affairs. Because some people say they prefer us when we talk about ourselves than when we talk about current affairs.
And then some people vice versa.
Vice versa, yeah. So it'll be one of those ones, I think. But anyways, it was a good conversation.
It is what it is, yeah. If you want it, yeah, it is what it is, man. Sometimes you get one, sometimes you get the other. We cannot please everybody, everywhere, all at once. So on that note, we are going to end this episode. It's now 1:01. And my wife is asking, where am I?
Where there?
That is actually what she wrote. Those are the words she wrote as a magazine. So let's do our church notes and our goodbyes. Start off with Big Wahala.
Big Wahala is the Big Wahala on Twitter. This week I watched what's the thing there? Wicked 2.
Wicked. Oh, felt good.
Yes.
Is it good?
It's alright.
Is it as good as the first one?
I can't really remember.
Yeah.
I think it was good. It was good. I like origin stories where they make a twist on it. So again, I've watched the show on the theatre, so I know what's kind of coming. But it was good. It's weird because when they make 2-part films, you're expecting a beginning and an end in it still, but you're not. You're in the middle.
Continuation. Yeah,
you're in the middle. So it kicks off straight away, and you're thinking, oh, there's no like build up to the kickoff because the kickoff's already there. But yeah, it's an interesting. It was an interesting film to go watch. So you should go and check that out. Also, Stranger Things 5 has come back now. 4 episodes at the beginning part. I've watched the first 4, or almost finished the first 4 episodes. So check that out if you get a chance. Another show that I watched in completion now is All Her Fault. It's a HBO special, I think, and on Sky and all that type of stuff there. It's got the lady from Succession in there. If you get a chance, check that out. That's quite a good program as well to watch. Again, it's called All Her Fault.
About the child? The child.
But yeah, so if you get a chance to check that out, it's only 8 episodes. Bang it out. I think that's probably it.
It's a good program.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
And the one before you mentioned, Stranger Things, is season 5 good?
Yeah, it's alright so far.
Okay.
You just need to remember it because it's so long that the last season was out. You need to recap needs to go into your brain.
Well, I'm not going to have that issue when it's my turn.
Yeah, you gotta watch it all at one go.
Yeah, well,
okay. Well, yeah. Oh, Landman's also back. I watched the first 2 episodes of that.
What?
Landman.
Oh.
Landman's actually quite a good program. It's a weird program, but it's good. But yeah, so
I think I saw a trailer for that. It's got a bunch of big actors in it.
Billy Bob Thornton.
Yeah. I was like, I can't remember.
Demi Moore's in it. A few others in it.
Yeah, I saw a trailer for that today or yesterday, whenever it is. All right, okay. That's you done?
I think so. There was something I was meant to mention, but I can't remember what that is. So,
if he remembers, he will interrupt somebody to tell them.
I will.
Simple Simon, talk to the people then.
Yeah, I've had a reflective week. What did I go? I think I did go to the cinema, actually, part of my therapy. I want to go and watch the Predator Badlands. I think I listened to the last episode and you said you didn't need to go cinema to see it. But I just wanted to be alone, so I went to go and watch it. And it was all right. Well, it wasn't all right. If you are invested in any way in the lore of Predator, then you would accept that this wasn't a good film. I think
they're trying to match what Alien is doing.
Yeah.
All the backstories and stuff.
Yeah, this wasn't a good one.
You watch Prey?
Yes, that is probably the best.
Same director.
That is probably the best Predator film outside of the original 2 or 3. Because there's been a couple of Predator spin-offs and whatever, but that one, Prey, was really good. I know that film has called Skull because it was that's what it was originally called, and then it got leaked.
Oh, okay.
And so they changed the name to Prey. But yeah. That one was good. This Predator Badlands is, I mean, it's entertaining, but it's not. If you're invested in the lore of Predator, then you won't like it. That was probably it. Oh yeah, and I watched The Expanse, old TV show from 2016 to 2022 or something like that. Had 6 seasons. I binged and watched all the way through that.
Never heard of it.
Not bad. It's all right. There's a woman from New Zealand on there. Looks a bit spicy.
I'm telling you,
Frankie James, her name.
Australians, that side of the thingy, when they sent those criminals to their waters, they sent the best looking ones.
Oh, that's the other thing that you need to watch. If you get an opportunity, watch a documentary, 3-part documentary. It should be on BBC iPlayer. It's called David Alusoga Empire.
Yeah. It's got podcasts as well.
Yeah,
called Empire.
Yeah, it is a really, really, really good documentary. Like, I know sometimes in conversations we talk about how the English or the British have invaded our lives, but this show lays out all of the people whose lives have been invaded by Britain and the Empire. Really, really interesting. Nice to hear so many stories. I mean, they're not nice stories, but nice to hear so many stories from so many different people, and the accounts are virtually the same. Do you get what I mean? It's like the same things happening over and over again. It gave me some comfort in knowing that those things really did happen, and it wasn't just us that it happened to. And I say us, I mean black people, Africans. So yeah, it was a very, very good show. If you get opportunity, please watch that. Best 3-hour documentary I've seen.
All right.
In a while.
Empire. BBC iPlayer. All right, that one I'll get to, because the podcast that he does, I believe he does it with somebody else. I believe again it's called Empire.
Yeah.
David Olusoga is he's a historian in it. So black mixed race.
He's mixed race, yeah. And oh my god, there's a mad reveal in the whole timeline that he does as well.
Oh, so his family member was a bastard.
And the thing that's so beautiful about it is that he travels to all of the places that he's talking about. So
that BBC shmoney.
Oh my god, it's so good. If you get a chance to watch it, please do.
Yeah. Okay, I'm on Netflix. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Did you remember what you were saying? You've just fallen asleep. Look at his face.
Well, I've not done anything.
I'm sitting there. Look at your face. Did I do anything? I asked somebody to look at you. I didn't say you had done anything. All right, I am Stavros Boss. You can catch me at Stavros Boss on all the social medias. There was a documentary I watched actually on Netflix about, I think it's called The Perfect Neighbor or something like that, or The Good Neighbor. I was on a Netflix mood for a bit with those films. I think they've stopped now actually. When's the next one? Maybe it's come out now. I just haven't watched it yet. But yeah, so it's called The Perfect Neighbor or something like that. And it's about it's real life police cam and shot film from like door cams and whatnot. Everything, that's how the whole documentary is that. There's no like talking heads and stuff like that. It's all just from footage that they just collated from a historical event that happened in America. It wasn't too long ago actually. I think we spoke about the actual topic when it happened. It was but I'll let you watch the thing. Not that it's a secret or anything, but I'll let you watch it. Link will be in the show notes. On that note, I would like to big up DJ Webslinger, and I'd like to big up Mr. Wolf. Hope you're blessed. Hashtag ESN Pod to start joining the conversation.
Plug.
At ESN Podcast on all the socials.
Plug.
ESNpodcast@gmail.com to send in the things.
Tell them.
Hopefully you enjoyed our therapy session. This is what it'd be like if I went to therapy. Does anybody want us to do the honors?
Remember, if you ain't saying nothing, say it well.
It's like for life.
Say nothing. Yeah. ESN.
You know, so
Say nothing. Say nothing. I know
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, rodents and other small insects, welcome to the ESN podcast.